with the 4 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig.
Sportal, cutting-edge sports hardware and software for elite and community clubs.
A driver has been charged after her passenger died in a crash at Mobilong near Murray Bridge yesterday. Their car left the road and landed upside down in an irrigation channel. The driver, a 21-year-old Northern Heights woman, managed to escape the wreckage, but her 21-year-old female passenger died. The driver's now been charged with causing death by dangerous driving and has lost her licence until further order. She'll face court in September. A Marion Road Indian restaurant has been destroyed in an arson attack. Dial Curry at South Plympton went up in flames this morning. CCTV captured 2 suspects fleeing the scene. The damage bill is around $400,000. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has blamed climate change for the algal bloom devastating South Australia's marine life. He made an unannounced visit to Kangaroo Island today, later posting pictures on social media and claiming the government's responding on all levels. Local Mayor Michael Pengilly wasn't told about the visit, or he would have told him how dire the situation really is.
We do need a natural disaster declared. We've got people who are going to be in trouble financially, economically and socially for a long, long time with this.
A new national algae testing lab based at Theberton has been announced as part of the Prime Minister's trip. While Anthony Albanese says he treats global leaders with respect after his Israeli counterpart called him weak, Benjamin Netanyahu took to social media to make the claim and accused Mr Albanese of appeasing the terrorist group Hamas. The PM says he's not taking the criticism personally and stands by his decision to recognise a Palestinian state. Children with mild autism and developmental disorders will be funnelled onto a new program in a bid to ease pressure on the NDIS. The federal government's promising to spend $2 billion on the Thriving Kids scheme, and the states are also expected to pour money in. Labor wants it up and running by July next year. NDIS Minister Mark Butler has told the National Press Club too many young Australians are currently relying on the disability program.
Bringing growth under control is therefore not just a question of budget sustainability. Social licence is also particularly important to such a scheme. And right now, although that licence is still strong, I do worry that it's coming under pressure.
Turning to FIVEAA Sport.
Kick goals with Floor World. With 4 locations around Adelaide, it's never been easier to score the best deal.
Crows coach Matthew Nick says the club is supporting Isaac Rankin as he awaits his penalty for a homophobic slur to a Collingwood player.
Just put support around Isaac because it is a tough thing to go through, and he knows it's going to be tough from here, but we'll work our way through it.
He could miss the whole final series. While Port's Ollie Wines is extremely disappointed his 3-match ban has been upheld after a trip to the tribunal. It's the first time he's been suspended in 273 AFL games. It means he won't play the final game of the season, which is also a farewell for Ken Hinkley, Chad Corns and Travis Spoke. Wines says he may have to adjust his game slightly moving forward.
I see it as an innocuous football incident that I do numerous times in a game, and unfortunately a player's been injured, but it's not the first time we play a contact sport, and it's contested games. Might be something I have to change my approach to, corral a little bit more and perhaps not apply physical pressure.
The Aussie cricketers are recovering after last night's 98-run defeat at the hands of South Africa. They have a chance to bounce back against the Proteas in Game 2 of their 3-game series. And Matilda's star Mary Fowler has started running again 4 months after surgery for a ruptured ACL. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
Morning there at Hallett Cove. A smash on Lonsdale Road near Perry Bar Road to look out for. No delays, which is good. Do have delays, however, at Torrens Park. That's for that burst water main. It's at the intersection of Blythewood Road and Belair Road. Busy intersection anyway. Got the lane out of action. Avoid if you can. It'll be super slow tonight. And 2 wells, fuel on the road following a truck crash, Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Camera, Cherry Gardens Road, Cherry Gardens. South Australia is building for today and tomorrow. Find out what it means for you. Visit sasbuilding.sa.gov.au. A message from the Government of South Australia. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
sunny and 19 today, becoming cloudy tomorrow, 20, partly cloudy Friday, 19, and more of the same on Saturday, 16. At the moment, 19. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglis. Tonight, the latest on the Crows' Isaac Rankin controversy. Scam crackdown. More than 140,000 dodgy websites pulled offline. The new tricks targeting Aussie investors. See the home reno that's been branded Australia's ugliest. And Australia's no-gap dental rip-off. We examine the cheapest premiums and the ones that bite. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Stay informed, get involved. 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey,
I am flabbergasted.
And Timmy G.
Absolute sports festival.
Yes, good afternoon. 5 after 4 on this Wednesday, or should we say day 3 of this long-standing negotiation between the AFL, the Adelaide Crows and Isaac Rankin. There's been radio silence from the league all week. Until now, we have the latest for you right up next. Rowey, Timmy G, good afternoon.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sam Tugwell. Yeah, Wednesday night, and you're sort of normally thinking about Friday night, aren't you? But I would like to ask the AFL this question.
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah, how about tick-tock, tick-tock? It's taking a while. Famous Caddyshack quote there. Well, we're waiting, and we just keep waiting. Now, this was Sunday when it broke, okay? They were addressing it. It's now Wednesday, likely to be Thursday before anything happens. Now, Tuggers, you got the latest AFL statement that's come out.
Yes, so they've spoken for the first time about 15 minutes ago with a statement saying the AFL advises that the Adelaide Crows have requested additional time to respond to the AFL's proposed determinations regarding an alleged incident with Isaac Rankin. The AFL has granted this request and will provide an update on the matter tomorrow.
So that's at the request of the Adelaide Crows, which is fair enough. As I welcome Stephen Rowe.
Well, there's a fair bit at stake, guys. Let's not. There's no rush on this. I'd be kicking this can as far down the road as I can.
Fair enough. From Adelaide's point of view, they've got
100%. Yeah, the Crows need to move heaven and earth to get the suspension.
And they're obviously trying to do that right down as we speak.
To a 3 or a 4.
Now, I want you to respond to this, Rowey. Eddie Maguire on Channel 9 said this last night.
Isaac Rankin's season is over. Tonight, the AFL will send a letter to the Adelaide Football Club. I believe it's already arrived. And my understanding is he will be suspended for 5 weeks. His season is finished in 2025. The Adelaide Football Club and Isaac Rankin will have the opportunity to appeal the sanction and try and get it reduced, because they could argue that it is manifestly unjust. They'll have the next 24 hours or 12 hours at least to decide whether or not they mount an appeal.
So the facts currently are, it feels like a bit of a reversal of normal process. Normally, you get handed a sanction and then you work out your appeal against that and challenge it. What's happening currently is they're arguing that this is the Adelaide Football Club, and this is why they've asked for the extension. They're arguing finals need to be weighted. Dan Houston has been mentioned as the trigger for Isaac Rankin. Isaac, they say, showed contrition. They want that taken into account. And they've also questioned the selection of Snoop Dogg for the AFL pre-game entertainment. So that's the basis of their argument that they're going back with.
And fair enough. There's none of that I would say is out of the ordinary. He was attacked, he was targeted, he was provoked. This is him being Isaac Rankin. They knew what they were doing, Collingwood. There's no doubt about that. Apparently, inverted commas, allegedly, he's got form in a previous game that's been reported. I think Tim Watson
he
mentioned
reported,
that.
And Mitch Cleary, I think, on 7
And Mitch Cleary as well. So who stood to gain the most out of weaponising that? Collingwood, weren't they? Do you think Collingwood will meet the Crows in the finals?
Potentially.
Well, the likelihood is that they would, wouldn't they? So I'm just saying this. Why couldn't have the official at Collingwood rung the Crows and said, hey, listen, we've got a little bit of a problem here, fellas. Can you sort this out? The minute that official rang the Crows official, which we're led to believe is Adam Kelly, AFL policy took over and the rest was history. And we stand here today thinking he's going to get 5. So the club has every right to try and get this downgraded. I think it's manifestly unjust when you take into account final. You think you're going to miss 3 finals, potentially. One of them may be a grand final. If they lose the first one, it'll be 3 finals and a grand final. They've ruled him out for the year.
So do you know the Eddie Maguire 5 games is absolute concrete?
No, we don't. Of course we don't. And how ironic
we're talking
is this?
about getting something down from a number we don't know.
But how ironic is this? And look, we all love Eddie, and Eddie's a media performer, but he was a former Collingwood president for a number of years. He's the voice of Collingwood, and he's very well connected. Yesterday, Maynard speaks. Now, fancy Collingwood rolling Maynard to speak about this and on Collingwood's behalf when he was a bloke that in a grand final in a prelim got to play. I mean, of all people, roll him out. Oh, it just smells a bit for me.
Yeah, Cheryl's come in and said, hey, boys, how come Eddie Maguire gets to make that announcement? Well,
that's exactly right.
He's made that announcement on his show, but he must have had some information from somewhere to be able to deliver that with such confidence. And knowing that won't come back on them. Matty Nix, of course, at training, trying to get the boys up and ready for their last minor round game was, his door stopped by several media, but here he is, thanks to 7.
He's going okay. Yeah, he's got some support from the club there for him, and he's doing all right. Disappointed, but he's doing all right.
As it carries on, is it a distraction for the group? You've been so good at being narrow-focused this year.
No, we're locked in on what we're doing this weekend, and as I just said before, we just put support around Isaac because it is a tough thing to go through, and he knows it's going to be tough from here, but we'll work our way through it.
Does the club feel that finals matches should be considered differently when you deal with suspensions?
Oh, I'm not talking through any detail.
Yeah,
he's disappointed, and a lot of Crows supporters are angry. I am. I'm angry.
Angry at which bit?
Well, that Isaac's done it, and they've given him 5 weeks. Is it double standards that Snoop Dogg can get up on grand final day with his homophobic, misogynistic, racist rap crap?
I think I don't know that there's anybody that's disagreed with that.
No.
Bar
the AFL
CEO who said he's culturally relevant to the AFL.
Don't you think that's it? I mean, honestly.
Last week.
And that is part of the Crows' defence to try and argue this sanction to be a bit more downgraded, and they have every right to do that.
If it's your player and your club, you want them to fight as hard as possible, and you want to pluck every possible defence that you can muster to try and get even one game. It might be the difference between a grand final appearance and not.
We've just got a text here from David. Monday night, Rowey said Collingwood went through the right channels through Kelly. Well, they went through that channel is what I said. Now it's a pious conspiracy. Make up your mind. David, it smells to me. This just smells.
The only thing I'll shut that down with is that we now know that there's an integrity officer in each football club. So when things like this happen, if they ignore that, they are then liable to the AFL. So if this particular person is their AFL integrity officer, if he doesn't report that, he goes, well, that's on me. So he's gone, well, Adam, I'm the integrity guy here. You're Adelaide's, I'm letting you know.
But let's not beat around the bush. There would be incidences most weeks, if not most rounds, whereby an incident like this, inverted commas, could happen and the clubs work it out themselves. And clearly and a couple of others have said that has happened before with Isaac, allegedly. So why couldn't we have done it this time?
Well, there's a lot at stake. Did it go any further, though?
No, but it hasn't, has it? We've never heard. We've only ever heard of it till now. So there's finals at stake.
We don't know. We can't discuss those issues because we don't know.
There's finals at stake. There's a grand final at stake. This kid's did this the second last game of the year. And who stands to gain the most out of it? The other 6 AFL clubs. Isaac Rankin's a superstar, a match winner, one of their best players. Is he or is he not?
Yes, he is. He hasn't played in September yet. I will muster that.
But he's got all the tools that he's going to be okay, isn't he?
We know he's a good player.
He is a good player. Well, he's better than a good player, Timmy.
But when you come down to, it all goes back to the beginning, and the end depends on the beginning. There wasn't any structure around any of this. And this is what we've been saying for a long time.
And that's on the AFL.
The question should be, okay, Adelaide, what else can they mount for their case? But moving forward, so if we want to stop this happening again as far as what's going to happen...
Yeah, but it's not going to help Isaac, is it?
Give us a call, 8223 0000. How would you structure the penalty for slur? Would it be racial or homophobic or the like? How would you moving forward, say, okay, here is the matrix for it. This is what happens. If your first offence, you're getting this. If second offence, you're copping this. Give us a call, 8223 0000. Let us know. Luke Hodge on Channel 7, well, he had a different sort of take.
This has looked pretty poor on Adelaide. The fact that if you have an argument with an opposition player that you can have a homophobic slur towards an opposition player. I just think it's poor the fact that every player out there gets hit. They have arguments with opposition players. And of course, if he's one of the best players in opposition, as long as they don't cross the line with, you know what you can and can't say out in the football field, you can't go and say anything back to an opposition player, especially something to this degree. So I think they should accept what the punishment's going to be. And for me, it's a 5-week going on the history, and his season's done.
Well, there's no argument with that there is no defence. And we've all been, in some ways, ridiculed or vilified or called names and all that on footy fields. So, you know, and we've all been attacked and punched and hit and scragged, and that happened to Isaac, and he snapped, and they knew he would. They went out there and they targeted him. You can't tell me they didn't. They went out and targeted him, and they hoped he snapped, and he did.
You don't know that, though.
Did you watch the game, Sam? Don't question me. Did you watch the game?
He's not the only player.
No, of course he's not. I didn't say he was the only player.
Every player gets targeted to a degree.
Well, some more than others. Yeah. And you watched that game.
You used to say to me, you looked at the board and you go, don't attack him because he responds really well when you attack him.
But attack him.
But I go over there and attack him.
Because he's loose, he'll give away a free kick, and he may go down the path, inverted commas of this, because he has form.
That's how you do that.
Well, don't tell me they didn't attack him. Bloody oath they attacked him. And he did the wrong thing.
And therefore?
He cops 5 weeks.
There we go. Give us a call, 8223 0000. It looks like the board is flashing.
It is a full board tonight, so we're taking your calls next. It's 16 after 4.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Calling all car fans. Need your weekly motoring fix? Join me, Charlie Dixon, Wednesday nights from 6:30 for Driving with Dixon. We talk about all things motoring, cars, car events, racing, anything motoring.
Enjoy your outdoor area all year round with an opening and closing roof designed, manufactured and installed locally by FIVEAA House.
So join me Wednesday nights for Driving with Dixon. Only on $13.95, Adelaide's 5AA.
At Camper Agent RV Supercentre, adventure is right at your fingertips. Get great deals across new and pre-owned caravans, camper vans and motorhomes available for immediate delivery. That's immediate delivery across an extensive range of leading brands like Winnebago, Windsor, Corrimal, Adria and Hitchhiker. Camper Agent RV Supercentre, your one-stop shop for caravans, camper vans, motorhomes and more. Visit us at Camper Agent RV Supercentre, Parafield Gardens.
You've got your mates lined up. You've got the TV primed. Now all you need is a Barbie feast that really ups the stakes. Thomas Farms has absolute ripper footy finals boxes, all packed with top quality South Aussie beef, lamb, pork and chicken. Enough to feed a crowd and make you look like a legend. Order yours online at thomasfarms.com.au or head into Thomas Farms Butchers at Castle Plaza, Cavan, Colonnades, Norwood or West Lakes. Thomas Farms. Farm to fork flavour. Made easy for finals footy.
The National Bowel Cancer Screening Program's Get Behind It Community Roadshow will be at Bunnings Mile End tomorrow from 10 a.m.
How good. This is your chance to learn more about a free life-saving test available for Australians aged 45 to 74.
Bowel cancer is one of the most common cancers in Australia, but early detection can save lives.
Well, it certainly can. Now, when you visit, you can chat to the friendly team. Order your free test kit. It is free. The government backs it on the spot. Take it home. Important information. Plus, there's free giveaways.
So don't miss it. Get Behind It Community Roadshow at Bunnings Mile End tomorrow from 10 a.m. Part of the National Bowel Cancer Screening Program. It's free, it's easy, and it could save your life.
It's Tyre Power's Power Up Sale. So you get the power to buy 3 and get 1 free on selected Kumho SUV and passenger car tyres. Power up and take your tyre safety to the next level. Visit tyrepower.com.au.
At Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, the swear jar takes on a whole new meaning. It's about their pledge to do everything they can to make your bathroom or kitchen renovation experience the best it can possibly be. It's a commitment their entire business takes seriously, from their incredible design team through to their selections and tradespeople. Every person at Buy Urban is invested. They swear by it. By Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, Adelaide's home renovation experts.
Hey there. I was just wondering if your car's due for a service. What's that little sticker on your windscreen say? If it's coming up soon, book into Mawson Lakes Volkswagen. If you're new to us, we do things a little differently, like next day servicing, complimentary loan vehicles, a free car wash and vacuum, and if the week is a bit hectic, we service on Saturdays too. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen for next day servicing. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Yeah, it's probably something I'm going to have to look at, and, it might be a coaching-based thing. I think I see it as an innocuous football incident that I do numerous times in a game, and unfortunately a player's been injured, but it's not the first time. We play a contact sport, and it's a contested game, so it might be something I have to change my approach to, corral a little bit more and perhaps not apply physical pressure.
At 20 after 4, you're hearing the voice of Ollie Wines, who at the tribunal last night failed his challenge and is still suspended for 3 matches for that bump on Cooper Lord, which means he misses the farewell game
a little bit shadowed by, obviously, the Isaac Rankin incident. But you got to say, when I saw the week before the Geelong player Stewart coming over the top, that was more dangerous than what Ollie did. That was far more dangerous. He left the ground, he copped Ollie in the head with his hip, and it was just like, that was a really bad look. Now, that just got brushed away, no dramas whatsoever. Ollie still cops 3. Now, Lairdy got 1, and I think Lairdy only got the 1 because he wasn't concussed. He wasn't found to be concussed. Because Ollie's was concussed, he got the 3 weeks. So it is something they have to look at, because I do know, we've spoken to Eddie Maguire in the past, and he has said they sign a piece of paper, and it's not a waiver, but it's saying we play a contact sport.
That's his son in the NFL.
That's his son in the NFL, but I know the waiver doesn't work because we've had Tim Downey on that several times.
Snoop Dogg 0-1, Rankin 5 weeks 0-2, Ollie Wines 0-3, naught from 3 the AFL this week. Absolute disgrace that he's got given that. Hey, just a quick one, Timmy. Stephen, did you frisk Timmy before he walked in with his party poppers and balloons?
Hey?
I do.
Whose birthday?
Yeah, I think you do like that Rankin's out for the year.
I don't like that at all. That's an unfair comment. That is an unfair comment.
This is what this bloke's saying.
Yeah, well, I'd have no party poppers.
Stephen, did you frisk Timmy for the party poppers and balloons?
Unlike some other people that are in this studio, I don't dance on other people's graves.
No,
so,
I do.
Thank you very much.
22 after 4. Let's check the traffic.
At that.
We'll get to your calls next. For Rossdale Homes, SA's most trusted. They got custom designs, fixed pricing, and a total peace of mind, because trust is a must.
Afternoon at Hallett Cove, a smash getting cleared up Lonsdale Road near Perry Bar Road. 2 wells, fuel on the road following a truck crash, Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road, and Torrens Park burst water main, Belair Road near Blythewood Road. 1 lane out of action there. Delays already. Avoid that if you can. It'll be super slow a bit later. Got a camera too. Griffiths Drive at Moana. South Australia is building for today and tomorrow. Find out what it means for you. Visit saisbuilding.sa.gov.au. A message from the Government of South Australia. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Let's go to your calls. Findon. G'day, Scotty.
Lads, I've finally raised from my bed. I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago I said it was going to be my buck show.
Yes.
On the hill for my fiancée and myself for the Crows Collingwood.
How'd it go?
I don't remember anything from about...
Well done. It was a good show.
But in a serious point, I really obviously had to think, and everyone's been chatting about the whole situation, but for me it comes down to what's going to happen when Crows play Collingwood the first final or something like that, and the AFL is going to generate so much hype about the tension between the two clubs. They're going to generate all the audience. They're going to generate more funding for themselves. But right now, they're saying it's a bad look, but in a couple of weeks' time when we play each other, they're going to build it up to be something great and to generate audiences. Just complete hypocrisy.
Yeah, there's all of that, Scotty. There's all of that.
That sadly was done severely with the Ginnivan and Ken Hinkley incident, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, they're good at that. That's what they argued.
Well, they said they didn't want to see that sort of behaviour, and then they just promoted it ad nauseum for the gather round.
They're very good at that. They're very good at wanting to make money and being commercial with everything. Hello, Loz.
How are you, boys?
Good, Loz.
Good. This penalty for the Crows player, it's pretty harsh, you know what I mean? The AFL should take a leaf out of FIVEAA's book. Like, if you play the World Cup and you get out the group stage, all your yellow cards are eliminated. So you can't actually be sent off or banned for matches if you're in the final 8 or 16. You know what I mean? So they know the severity of what actually could happen, for top players being taken out. What can't they do that for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's a major thing.
Yeah, it is. A lot of people along this line, Rose, stop sooking, accept the decision and stop acting like a Crow stooge. Well, I'm not. He's finished for the year, accept it, there is no excuse. George, no one's ever offered him an excuse, but you can't blame a club for trying to get it down from 5 to 4 so the kid can play a grand final. George, surely even you can see that. Hello, Mark.
Oh, good afternoon, guys. It's disappointing for everyone involved, especially the, people that were on the receiving end of it. But moving ahead, I don't think that, it will get reduced, and if it does, he's still going to miss. But I think that the AFL's got this wrong from the beginning. It's too hit and miss of how many games someone's going to get. Someone got 6, another one got 4, another one
3.
got 3.
Yeah.
I think that they should, from the beginning, have said first offence, 3 games. Second offence, 5 games. It's clear cut. There's no doubt. It's knocked on the head quick and everyone moves on.
Yep.
But the way they've set it up, you can get someone that can hit someone or knock someone out for a high hit, and they get 5 games, for example, when that causes both mental and physical injuries. So I really think the AFL needs to get it right and fix it.
At least attempt, Mark, at least attempt to get a structure.
Well, they haven't got one, and the AFLPA has been on that for ages. This is a great text, and it is so true. Boys, can someone explain how Smith, this is B. Smith, gets a fine for a fairy tap on Dacos? I think he got a $1,500 fine, didn't he? Brody Smith this week. Yet Sam Darcy punctures a lung and he doesn't even get looked at. This is starting to look, well, I won't read that last word out. That is so true.
Was it
because
proven
they said
that
it wasn't?
Did they prove it that was that incident?
No, but forget whether he punctured his lung or not, whether it was that incident. He absolutely whacked him with his right arm. Did he or did he not?
But I reckon if you watch most games from that long angle in front, you'll see forwards and backs doing that to each other all the time.
That's right. So that's what we're saying. B. Smith gets fined for doing something half what Darcy did to Butts.
Yeah, the Brody Smith thing was
that's smelly.
Embarrassing, wasn't it, really?
Hello, Dave.
Oh, g'day, guys. Look, Rowey, if you're ever going to stand up, mate, this is the time the Crows need you to stand up. I actually think Rankin being there or not makes a difference between a flag or a non-flag. And, there's just a lot of things here that are really irking me, that there is a difference between finals and non-finals. If you get suspended in a grand final, you get double the weighting in terms of suspension than you do if a non-grand final. So for the AFL to argue that finals aren't treated any differently it's not true based on their own formula. I just think, look, we've been screwed over year after year, 4 decisions costing us finals, lots of dollars commercially, that he's been provoked. I just would have thought, in terms of good faith, the Crows, as a one-off, we deserve a favour from the AFL, and whatever pressure you can put on, get Laura Kane or the new guy in or Dylan on to justify this. I just think we need to put as much pressure on the AFL as we can, because it's going to cost us big time.
Well, Dave, they don't do favours. They do hairy chest fixtures. They don't do favours. And I don't think anybody that's listening or anybody in the AFL world, on behalf of Isaac Rankin, who's a kid whose dream would always be to play finals. He's come from the Gold Coast, never played in finals. It's his opportunity. The club's up their eyeballs for a flag. Wouldn't begrudge a team, a club, whether it was the Crows or whoever, to try and argue from 5 down to 4. I don't think anyone would argue with that, would they?
No.
Is anyone in this building arguing with that?
You'd want.
Well, that's all they're doing, and they've asked for time to do so. So there's no rush for it.
Speak to Warwick, and then I've got a very, very interesting left field approach here. Warwick.
Hey, g'day, boys. Firstly, I think if you were going to adjust, the outcome would have been 2 weeks and a pretty big fine. I'd even go as far as 20 or 40 grand, just to really send a message home. Because let's face it, if there's one thing players hate, losing, it's money. But also, what I'm also saying is, why the AFL using Eddie Maguire as their puppet? Like, how does he know these outcomes? Who's feeding this to him? It just proves that they're just a weak, gutless organisation these days. Just no spine. If you're going to give it, if they're going to give an outcome, just do it. Get on the front foot and do it, and let's put us all out of our misery. To be honest,
I think we all need to start moving on. Shane's got one. What a surprise, Rowey only reading out comments that support him and his cows. Well, dude, I do read out all types of text, don't I?
Got one for you from my thinking man.
You clown.
You know, my man, the K-man.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, very left field thinker.
He came up with a bouncer.
He said, consider this. Give Rankin a suspension of 2 games plus 4 suspended into the home and away next year. 6 in total. Now, would that satisfy everybody involved? Sure, it's never been done before.
He'd take it.
But suspending someone during a final series for a homophobic slur hasn't been done before either. So there's no precedent on that. Always thinking. That's left field, isn't it?
He is a good thinker.
Yeah.
There's this one here. A lot of people think like this as well. Hey, Rowey, put the shoe on the other foot. If Rankin had been vilified about his skin colour, all hell would have broken loose. Well, you'd like to think it's the same amount of hell being broken loose, whether it's vilification of an Indigenous fella.
Yeah. The act is everybody agrees is what we don't want.
But that's exactly right. So that should be the same.
Isn't there is the penalty structure.
That's right.
That's what we don't have right.
And they've got to get that right.
And that's what's causing this.
And that's why we're here. Yeah. That's exactly why we're here.
Continue with your calls straight after this, 8223 0000.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brattig. The Prime Minister has pledged some more funding for South Australia's algal bloom crisis, but stopped short of declaring it a natural disaster. The driver of a car which plunged into an irrigation channel at Mobilong yesterday, killing a passenger, has now been charged over her death. Music teacher Janelle Fletcher has been found not guilty of sexually abusing a teenage girl. And Crow Isaac Rankin's fate is still unclear, with the decision pushed back till at least tomorrow. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
Crash getting cleared up at the moment at Hallett Cove. It's on Lonsdale Road near Perry Bar Road. 2 wells, got a fuel on the road there following a truck crash. Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road and Torrens Park. Burst water main getting fixed Belair Road near Blythewood Road. Got a lane out of action. Heavy delays there. If it was me, I'd try and avoid Belair Road tonight. Cameras, Bagster Road, Salisbury North and Whites Road, Paralowie. Here's another ding-dong deal from Uber Eats. $10 deals on select pet barn treats, including toys. Head to Ding Dong Deals on the Uber Eats app. Ends August 24. Fees, T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Clear tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, a high of 20, at the moment 19. More news at 5 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Tonight I can tell you Isaac Rankin's season is over.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
Rankin, he's still got to own it. Isaac Rankin has let down the entire Adelaide Football Club because whether you agree with the rules or not, everyone in the league knows that there's a magic word that if you say you get a massive penalty. Whether you agree with it or not. Correct.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
What you don't do then is go and say the word on the cusp of finals.
Yeah. 5AA breakfast.
So I don't think any party to this looks good.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Go Vita, your local health food shops. With 40 years health and wellness experience and over 300 natural health practitioners specialising in you.
Hi, I'm Wayne from Go Vita Mount Barker. Feeling bloated and sluggish? My Brain Co Gut Repair is your all-in-one gut solution. The award-winning powders supports digestion and promotes a healthy microbiome naturally. 310-gram was $69.95, now $55.95.
Go Vita, Colonnades, Fairview Green, Marion, Mount Barker, Semaphore and Tanunda.
Hey, it's Lauren here from Adelaide. Wouldn't you love a reward just for shopping at your local Star Discount chemist? Become a Superstar Rewards member to earn points, receive birthday vouchers and more. Star Discount Chemist. How can we help? Earn and redeem points on eligible purchases. Visit website for full terms and conditions.
Life's a journey. As you grow older, every step should bring you more of what you want. And at ECH, they understand that. As one of SA's largest retirement living and home care providers, ECH offers more in every sense. More help at home, more support with your health, or the perfect new home to downsize to. ECH won't tell you where you should be, but they'll always support you to get more out of life. Visit ech.asn.au or call ECH today.
No difference in your entertaining area. Big difference. No difference. Big difference. Big difference home improvements. From outdoor blinds to decks, pergolas and verandas. Don't just make a difference, make a big difference. BigDifference.com.au.
Here at FIVEAA, we're all about supporting local. The Excelsior Hotel's $22 schnitzel and pint offer in the front bar every day. The Excelsior Hotel, Coghlan Street, Brompton. Feels like coming home, but better.
Paying for a gym membership means going the first month, sleeping in the next month, voicemails from your personal trainer, taking up cold plunges instead, realising you're more of a good book by the fire type, hot chocolate by the fire type,
marshmallow,
forgot you even signed up for the gym type. Go from forgotten subscriptions to found savings with the Westpac app's clever tech. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac. Westpac online banking T's and C's. Eligibility, fees and charges apply.
Can I have another marshmallow?
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
I don't want to have he said, she said stuff. I think the reality is, and that we're all really comfortable with what we want our workplace to look like, and these things step over the boundary line.
That's Craig McRae at 24 minutes to 5. We'll keep taking your calls, 8223 0000, and hang around because we have two chances, Port Adelaide supporters, to win locker room double passes tonight to the farewell game for Travis Spoke on Friday evening. But right now, if you'd like to get along to the Royal Adelaide show, it's not too far away. It's only about a week off. All week we have double passes to give away, and we have one right now. So if you'd like to go, 8223 0055, and you can get them at theshow.com.au and Drake's Supermarkets.
See, the thing that gets my goat up, and Craig McRae's a ripper bloke, premiership, all that sort of stuff, 3 times as a player, 1 as a coach, he's done a great job. But it's easy for him to say it's a workplace. It's not his star that's out. I just wish they wouldn't enter into that. If that was Nick Dacos, he would be batting ferociously for him to come down to 4. Would he or would he not?
Absolutely.
You know what? I hate this workplace thing. Hello, John.
Hello, guys. How you going?
Hey, John.
Interesting. One of your callers said that AFL just a gutless organisation, which they are. They make rules on the run. You don't know what the hell is going on. When Adam Goods got called a name, I think it was the SCG, and that little 12-year-old girl got a lot of heat for that. What did Eddie Maguire say about, I reckon, the week after on radio? And what happened to him? 0. How did Eddie Maguire know that was a 5-week ban? That's what I'd be asking if I was Adelaide Football Club. How does Eddie Maguire know that there's a 5-week ban? This is the most gutless organisation, right, that we've had. And Andrew Dillon talks about a cultural fit between the AFL and Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's history is nothing short of shambolic other than he's made a lot of money. And we're talking about a cultural fit. And here we are saying that this guy's going to get 5 weeks because he said the F word. What a joke. This society, we are breeding a society of soft you-know-what. I'm sick of it. What a joke.
Can't disagree with any of that, John. We had to cut you a little bit short before you get a little bit loose. There's a lot of these, and it's not fair. But I'll read one out because it might, once you've done it, you've said it. Hey, guys, Murphy needs to do the team thing and take a bullet. It's not even funny, really, is it?
No.
You don't think? No, it's not.
No.
Anthony, have a good hard look at yourself. Bernie.
Hey, boys. Just two things. I mean, they talk about the workplace AFL, and it is. The guys get paid to play, and that's fair enough. But in any other workplace, for your first offence, if you did what supposedly Isaac Rankin's done, you would be called in, you would have human resources, you would be counselled. You wouldn't be told you couldn't come to work for 5 weeks.
That's true. That's true.
And then the other point I would make, and this is completely our left field, my little conspiracy theory. I just hope this sort of stuff isn't being weaponised in terms of you've got a team that goes, okay, here's one of their key players, we fired him up, we've got him to say something, and now we can get him out of the finals. I hope that's not the case that's happening now.
Well, Bernie, I was alluding to exactly that. And there's no proof of it. We get ourselves in trouble running down that rabbit hole. But who stands to gain the most out of Rankin not playing? Every other AFL team.
Again, it goes back to no structure. We had a text come in, say, 2 weeks first offence, 20K, 4 weeks second offence, 40K. And if you're silly enough to keep going, 8 weeks, 80K, and on it goes. But I would say get it really severe on a third. I reckon a third time you're almost seeing out the year. See you later.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to do 3 strikes, you're out for illicit drugs.
Yeah.
We can't even get that in.
That's another kettle of fish.
That's another one. Hello, Phil.
G'day. I think we just need to keep calm. We know Isaac is gone for the finals, but there's an old saying, cometh the moment, cometh the man. Yeah. We don't know who the man is yet, but someone during the finals for the Crows is going to announce himself, and he's going to turn the tide, and we'll all be talking about him later.
Yeah, Shane Ellen style. You know what? I reckon this will galvanise this group.
You've got 2 home finals, Phil.
Yeah. This is a very connected footy team, from what I can see, from what I've called all year, and they've gotten better and better with the leadership with Murray Davis, the coaching group, and obviously Matty Nix and Dawson. This will galvanise them. I think this will be a positive more than a negative is my first gut feel with it. And we'll know with this North Melbourne game how they come out. And I think a lot of the players are angry that somebody would, a star, not that it matters, would do this, and then they all know they're going to have to pick that rope up and pull a bit harder. Don't you think? That's what happens in adversity. Pick the rope up and pull the bloody thing a bit harder. Hello, Malcolm.
I think there's plenty of examples, even in your own 97, 98.
Yeah.
So.
Mods out.
G'day, guys.
Roo out. Yep.
G'day, Malcolm.
Has it taken, though, a star player to go for this for us all really to sit up and take notice? But really, we probably all should have been carrying on in the first place. But hang on, these penalties are over the top. And look, the AFL, we've all talked about Snoop Dogg and how hypocritical that is. But I think the other key point now is I don't think anyone gives a stuff on someone's sexuality. I've got gay mates and it's no big deal, where 20, 30 years ago we did look down on it. So I don't really get why the AFL are being the moral police on this. Still think we've got a long way to go on racism, but on this one I find I don't quite get it in that regard.
Malcolm, I think back to your point about because of the level of status of the player, a very, very good player, that's brought about more attention. I think there's something in that, and the fact that it's now impacting on finals. So if you go back to say around 4 or 5 or around 10 and you self-report and you miss...
Which Graham did with West Coast and came back 2 weeks ago against us.
And you go, well, okay...
I'm sorry, I've learned...
All that, nowhere near the impact of star player right near finals. That now makes the argument. We should have been talking about the structure of it prior.
But we actually have been.
We have been with the AFLPA.
We've had Paul Mars sit there year after year after year.
But have you heard any other outlet talk about the structure behind this prior?
Well, other than Jimmy Bartell, and don't miss him after 5 o'clock because he's coming off the long run. And when he comes off the long run, it's great.
Let's go to Aldinga. G'day, Peter.
G'day. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
Look, the main thing I wanted to say was that I'm really quite appalled at the AFL's double standards with the Snoop Dogg being paid, a vast sum of money. He has an international audience and he has a history which is quite appalling. And then to do this to Isaac Rankin, if he does get the 5 weeks, it's just gobsmackingly outrageous. It would be shameless if they go ahead. My view is that the reason why they're taking so long to provide a penalty isn't because they're thinking about the penalty. They're probably looking for a way to get out of Snoop Dogg's contract and looking for other talent to come in and replace him. Because even they see that what is happening is just an outstanding example of double standards.
Yeah, it is. Keep going, Pete. Keep going.
I just think they have to be aware of that, and I reckon that's what they're up to. The other thing is I'm extremely concerned for Isaac Rankin. What he's been put through, and I understand what he's done isn't correct, but this is more of an education problem. It's not about crushing penalties, which can affect you for the rest of your life. They're my thoughts.
Great call, Pete. I don't think they'd be looking at getting out of Snoop Dogg because he would have signed a contract and he'd be guaranteed his $2 million. And if they don't get him and they do break it, they'd be paying him $2 million.
You know, you talk
and
about...
we'll end up with Kylie Minogue
you talk
on a
about
thong.
Kicking own goals.
Yeah.
This is like 5 or 6 own goals.
This is 2 own goals.
Not a good one.
And giving Ollie Wines 3 weeks at the Tribune was another own goal. They're 0 from 3 this week. What did Ken used to do? 0 and 5?
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 more to come.
Let's go to Paravista. G'day, Ron.
Ron.
How are you going? Just a little suggestion. I'm, like you guys, highly disgusted with what's happened. Even though I'm a Port Power supporter, I hate what's happened. And my suggestion is that at the grand final, when them stupid Snoop Dogs hit the stage, everyone boos them off.
Yeah, I know. Look, there's no doubt he's popular. He's a talented artist. He's performed at Super Bowl and all those things.
It's just...
He's not a cultural fit
for
us.
me, it's not culturally relevant.
He's not a cultural fit.
No,
I mean, well, they're dreaming. Hello, Alan.
Shocked and stunned.
G'day, guys. Look, I look at Isaac Rankin. He's going to wear a lot of this. Now, let's do a root cause analysis. Let's go back to the 90s and say, well, okay, he deserves 5 games, whatever. Let's go down to the next level. Why did he kick off like he did? Because, again, maybe that next person there needs to wear a few games, maybe 2 or 3 for creating that situation. Maybe, again, could be something else to look at.
Yep.
You've got to spread around. You can't just blame him. You've got to look at how and why did he die?
Yeah, all good points. Keep the calls coming in, 8223 0000. I've never seen this unique homestyle food text line go so berserk. We're going to try and read them all out, and unlike Shane, who said I only read out the positive ones, no, we read out the negative ones. But we've got to vet them. We can't racially vilify ourselves.
The other thing that I think we don't think about when people say it's a workplace and the like, in our workplace, we don't have the opposition, running full pelt at us, tackling us, throwing us to the ground, the like. So you don't have that. It can call it a workplace because they get paid like it and they have all the same structures, but it is completely different to a workplace, in my opinion, because of that competitive nature. Because we don't have our opposition in here, right here and now, trying to push you out of your seat.
But again, if I was to stuff up on air today, I'd be suspended.
Yes. Absolutely. There's
not every workplace.
There's similarities,
but
similarities and rules that hold on both ends.
And we get educated, do we not? We do compliance,
correct.
Do we not? Every 3 months gives me the willies.
And as you heard Campo say last night, the AFL lads are educated to win nth of their life.
Very well versed. 13 to 5. More of your calls after we check traffic.
Afternoon at Hallett Cove, a smash on Lonsdale Road near Perry Bar Road. 2 welds, fuel on the road following a truck crash. Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. And Torrance Parkerburst Watermain, Belair Road near Blythewood Road. 1 lane out of action. Quite heavy delays already. If it was me, I'd avoid Belair Road tonight if you can. Cameras the Esplanade of Dinga Beach and Coromandel Parade at Blackwood. Amy's helping Aussie drivers with stats on road safety. Search Amy Crash Index. Data source is AAI Limited Motor Insurance Claims nationally, 1/2/24 to 28/2/25. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Hi, Graham Goodings here, and what an incredible journey it's been. We set out to find 7 sensational South Australians over 70, and thanks to your nominations, we've uncovered some truly inspiring stories. And now, well, it's time to celebrate them. Join me over the upcoming weeks as we share the stories about remarkable South Australians who continue to make a difference in their communities. You'll hear from everyday people doing extraordinary things, and we can't wait for you to meet them. Proudly presented by 5AA and ECH. Want more retirement living and home care service choice from the one provider? Get more choice with ECH.
For over 50 years, Gliderol has been manufacturing and installing garage doors for South Australian homes. Spring is almost here, so why not improve the street appeal and value of your most prized possession? Order a new Gliderol door with operator before the end of September and you'll receive 2 extra handsets. Plus, we'll remove your existing door for free. Call Gliderol for a free measure and quote on 1300 799 144 or go to gliderol.com.au. Retail customers only. T's and C's apply.
A new battery rebate is here, and it's a game changer. The Cheaper Home Batteries program with NRG Solar makes smart storage more affordable than ever. Eligible homes and small businesses can save thousands, and households could slash power bills by up to 90% with a solar and battery combo. NRG Solar will guide you through and lock in the rebate before the masses catch on. Head to nrgsolar.com.au or call 1300 858 160. Don't wait. The smart move is to act now.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here on 7 News. The Pies weigh in as the Crows step up their fight for Rankin's finals hopes. Why the PM's fleeting algal bloom visits left locals with a sinking feeling. Plus jobs galore and Adelaide Grocer's plea to the unemployed.
Crows fans, Crows fans, Crows fans. If you're backing the boys and thinking about heading to Melbourne for the biggest weekend in footy, this is for you. Switch those ears on.
Well, it's a very good opportunity here. Sweet Spot Entertainment, in partnership with Air Charter Service, is running a return travel from Adelaide to Melbourne. Now, this is September 26th to 28th, just in time for all the good action.
Now, fly with fellow Crows supporters on a private Boeing 737 charter flight while being hosted by club legend Darren Jarman and a brand new entrant, Isaac Rankin.
Oh, no,
will be
don't say that.
Well, he
Don't
won't.
say that.
Well, hopefully he won't be available. They'll hit the road in comfort and there'll be a premium coach.
Look, you can lock your spot in now with a $55 deposit. That's it. $55 deposit. So
do it.
That takes away the stress. It takes away the last minute chaos. You don't have to worry about a thing. This is peace of mind stuff. Your team makes it. You're there. It's the perfect way to travel, soak in and build up and hopefully watch the Crows do something spectacular.
Here's the thing. Spots are limited, so be smart. They're going very, very quick. So head to What is it?
Sweet Spot Charter.
Sweetspotcharter.com.au. Sweetspotcharter.com.au. When they put it all in the one word, it's hard to read, Timmy. Sweetspotcharter.com.au and register your interest today.
Hi, Brett Hibbert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of locate demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
Our place is your place at the Albion Hotel. We're big on celebrations, so bring the whole family and let the kids loose to explore our massive outdoor playground. Every day is Schnitzel Day at the Albion. Loyalty members that have downloaded the Albion app enjoy discounts and rewards on food and drinks every day of the week. And if you're on the go, we've got you covered in our Thirsty Camel drive-through bottle shop. The Albion Hotel, your local, your people, your place.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
And 8 minutes to 5, Jimmy Bartell's going to join us after 5, and we have Where Are They Now later on tonight as well. And your chance to win not just once, but 2 opportunities to win 5AA locker room tickets as well this evening. We're taking your calls, 8223 0000.
I heard Darcy Fogarty on the 7 News. They asked him, have you ever been, taunted or sledged on a footy field? He said, yeah, I get called fat all the time. So why don't you get a game for that? Or if you say your mum wears gumboots.
Yeah, because they're trying to stamp the other 2 slurs out. They don't want racial slurs. They don't want homophobic slurs. So that's the 2 they want out of the game.
We get that.
When they go around and do the education, one of the things they do say is they don't want fat shaming. But one of the points that they do make in that training is they say that if you call somebody fat, they can change that about themselves. They can't change their colour or their sexuality.
Okay. Yeah, well, I've got no excuse then. I was going to get sensitive about fat shaming on the text line at the moment, but yeah, I can put a muzzle on.
Let's go to Hyde Park. G'day, Robbie.
Hey, Robbie.
Oh, g'day, boys. This brings up a whole bunch of issues, I think. I think with Isaac, I think he probably should have gotten a large fine and it went to charity. There is one question I do have to ask. There must be an issue in the AFL. I would like to know why no men that play in the AFL have ever come out as being gay, and we are all treated the same. We are all the same. We just choose to love different people. I want to know why no one has ever come out as being homosexual. And then you look at the women's side of football, and all the women, there's a large percentage of the girls that are lesbians, which is fantastic. They are all marrying their partners. They are come out as very proud. They have children. What's the problem on the men's side of the football? Why they feel they can't come out? Because I'm sure there are plenty of gay footy players with great partners. Why can't they come out? Why aren't they the same as the women? What's the difference?
Well, what makes you think there are gay footballers, Robbie? Everyone says that to me, and I said, well, I played for 14 seasons, and I think you know, and I didn't play with any. Did you play with any?
Not that came out, but the point,
so
Robbie,
you played with gay players?
I don't know. Not that
no,
any come.
but that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm
so
saying,
Robbie, maybe there aren't any.
Yeah, but with Robbie,
there's nothing wrong with that either.
With Robbie's point, and Ian Roberts came out in NRL, and he was on Leith Forest today, so we should try and maybe get some extracts from that, because he would have spoke on it, because we had an earlier text saying we should speak to him. Well, Leith did today, so there'll be some good bits out of that. A fiercer player you will not see. But one of, I think, the issues is, Robbie, is because it's such a masculine environment, and it's so testosterone driven that it's almost probably for somebody who is gay, they would be uncomfortable in that environment to come out, and hence why they're trying to get the language out so that if somebody is gay, they can feel comfortable to come out.
Well, a friend of ours...
I would think they don't feel comfortable.
Who was that lady again? Of course they don't.
Robbie.
Robbie, we've got to know Isaac Humphries quite well through us being able to sit in this chair.
Correct.
A most beautiful man you'll ever wish to meet. He performed for us at the FIVEAA. He comes in all the time. Just the came out, was it last year?
No, a couple of years ago now, yeah. He was with Melbourne.
And has fitted in as naturally as you'd ever wish to do. Spoke passionately about his skill set as a singer and the theatrical side of his life,
but
and
also
basketball.
playing sport.
And he's playing sport
as an openly gay man, and that was a big,
the first in the world at that level, the first in the world. The first in the world.
And that's what we got to do, and that's part of what this is all about, as far as trying to make those people feel comfortable in Australian rules.
Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Tom.
Hey, Rowey, you wouldn't remember this, mate, but I was at school once as a young boy. You came and gave us a speech. I won't tell you what school it was, but it has something to do with a pelican. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Keep going.
You gave a speech to us kids in Year 9 about making the right decisions and decisions in life. And it was an amazing speech. One of our teachers got you in there, and it was incredible. I loved it, and ever since then, I've always remembered who you are, and I love what you do. And I thought I'd give you a call because I'm a Collingwood supporter.
Uh-huh.
And I thought just sort of come on here and give my little side of my little take on what's happened. And I want to go back to the Willie Rowey thing of when he made that threat to the player and everyone went off, and they came out and said he wasn't actually being serious about it. So we'll downgrade it. You know what I mean? So like this case now, Isaac Rankin isn't a homophobe. He's probably got friends that are homosexuals. He's probably, got family members of homosexuals. That's not the point. The point is that the AFL should look at ways of intent. The same reason the way you go to court. If you stab someone, you punch someone, there's intent. There's obviously what happens post-accident as well. I think they need to look at this with two different views and maybe speak to the Collingwood player, who we all know who was involved, and ask what they did. Are they offended? What do they do to antagonise it? It's all very one-sided. But the moment Willie Rowey does something, and I'm not going to bring up what that was or whatever, that's gone, but he didn't really mean it. We don't really take it seriously. So how can you give a threat that, we're not too sure if he was serious or not? Did you have guys in Darwin that are actually going to do something? It's all hypothetics. But then as soon as someone says something, they could have been joking around. We did it at school growing up, Rowey, back in that speech. We left that speech and we'd called each other names.
Yep.
So...
Yep. Tom, great call. And there's such a thing as premeditation. There's no way Isaac went out on that game and premeditated, I'm going to call somebody a X. It was in the heat of the battle, all that. That's to come into consideration. Tom, that's a really good call, mate. We got a $50 Powers voucher for Tom. That is a very well-balanced call from an intelligent man. And I do remember that talk. It was at Christian Brothers College. I do remember it. And I will not tell you the Pelican story.
Oh, okay. Let's save that for off air.
Sounds like it's scarred, Tom.
Yeah. It's 1 minute to 5. Don't go anywhere. Jimmy Bartell's going to go off the long run next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
SA. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's where you know your barista by name, and they know yours. Where your fruit and veg shop keeps you smiling with seasonal goodness straight from the farm. And your favourite local spot always comes through with the goods. It's all the things that make us, us. And buying local means $1 spent here stays here. So when you're out and about, look for the state logo and buy SA for SA. A message from the Government of South Australia.
If your air conditioner is over 15 years old, it has no inverter, which means it cuts in and out, costing money. REQ Air Conditioning can install a more effective cost-saving system using brands like Mitsubishi Electric. They will also show you how to use it for maximum efficiency. Stay cool, stay warm, save money with REQ Air Conditioning and Energy Solutions. Google REQ Air Conditioning for a free in-home quote.
Local news and information first. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Clear tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, a high of 20. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig.
Sportal, South Australian sports hardware and software for elite and community clubs.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the algal bloom devastating SA is a significant ecological event, blaming climate change. During a quick trip today, he's announced new funding worth $8.5 million. It'll be added to the multi-billion-dollar regional investment fund, which supports drought-stricken farmers to enable longer-term support. But the Prime Minister has stopped short of declaring it a natural disaster.
Let's not get into semantics here. This is a significant event, and it's something that requires a response. Just like droughts require a response, bushfires require a response.
Well, the PM says he's not offended by scathing criticism from his Israeli counterpart. Michael Packy reports.
Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu has taken to social media to describe Anthony Albanese as a weak politician who's continuing to fan anti-Semitism in Australia. It follows the government's move to recognise a Palestinian state and deny a visa to a member of the Israeli government. The PM says he doesn't shy away from the decisions.
I don't take these things personally.
Opposition leader Susan Lee is urging Mr Albanese to repair the relationship with Israel as soon as possible.
Because respect goes both ways.
Jewish groups and the Israeli ambassador to Australia are also calling for calm.
A 21-year-old woman has been charged after a fatal crash at Mobilong near Murray Bridge yesterday. She was driving a car which ran off the road into an irrigation channel, killing her 21-year-old female passenger. The woman will face court next month, charged with causing death by dangerous driving. SA police have made the largest seizure of illicit tobacco to date in a major blow to the organised crime syndicate involved. Operation Eclipse Commander Brett Featherby says it was found at an Edinburgh warehouse.
8.6 million cigarettes, 1 tonne of loose tobacco and 1.3 million filled tobacco tubes, valued at in excess of $8 million. It's believed that that distribution warehouse was being used to supply illicit retail outlets in both the metropolitan and regional areas.
Investigations are ongoing and he's confident arrests will be made. A music teacher and fringe performer accused of sexually abusing a teenage girl has walked free from court after being found not guilty. Janelle Fletcher was photographed kissing the girl in a photo booth but claimed it was an accident. Handing down her verdict this afternoon, Judge Joanna Fuller found her not guilty but said she'd acted unprofessionally and inappropriately. $2 billion in federal funding will be put towards a new program aimed at shuffling young Australians off the NDIS. Right now, the majority of new NDIS participants are children. Commonwealth and state governments hope to set up a new program called Thriving Kids by July next year. And 93% of Australian workers believe AI will enhance rather than take their jobs. The Tech Council's conducted a survey finding the main concerns about adopting new technologies are about privacy, training and decision-making. Chief Executive Damien Cassidy says the majority of workers feel positively about potential changes.
What we found was over 70% of people reported that technology had a positive impact or very positive
impact on their lives over the past decade, and they feel that they're in a position to manage it going forward.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Kick goals with Floor World. With 4 locations around Adelaide, it's never been easier to score the best deal.
The AFL is still to reveal Crows star Isaac Rankin's penalty over a homophobic slur. Tom Morris has the latest.
Well, this will now drag into tomorrow. The incident occurred on Saturday and it's going to at least Thursday. The AFL offered Adelaide a 5-week ban for the incident involving Isaac Rankin. Now, initially, the club had until close of business today to respond. The Crows have just a few moments ago been granted an extension until late tonight or even early tomorrow morning. Now, I've confirmed this with the AFL, which has just told me they'll provide an update tomorrow on the situation. Now, as for Adelaide's argument, this is where it gets really interesting. I understand Adelaide's contention will double down on its belief that finals games should be weighted differently to home and away games. In other words, a lighter penalty should be given due to the significance of the games that will be missed. And even if the AFL sticks with its 5-game punishment, the Crows, of course, can appeal. So there's every chance this goes for several more days or even into the weekend.
Port Adelaide won't challenge the 3-game ban handed to Ollie Wines for a bump on Carlton's Cooper Lord. It means he'll miss Ken Hinkley and Travis Boak's farewell game on Friday night. And in tennis, Bernard Tomic has won his opening match of US Open qualifying. Jason Kubler and Olivia Gadecki are among other Australians to win their qualifiers. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
G'day there at Torrens Park. Foul delays tonight. It's due to a burst water main, Belair Road near the Blythewood Road intersection. Got lanes out of action. Delays are actually back to Cross Road, back a couple of Ks. It is just awful. Avoid at all costs tonight. 2 wells, fuel on the road following a truck crash. Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Slow going Anzac Highway at Marion Road. Busy Tapley's Hill Road, Glenelg North with a camera. Bagster Road at Salisbury North. New at Dan Murphy's, hard-rated orange, a cult classic now in a bold new flavour. Try it now for only $4 each, in-store only, ends September 10. Choose to drink wise, T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Clear tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, a high of 20. Partly cloudy on Friday, 19, and mostly sunny Saturday, 17. At the moment, 18. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglis. Tonight, the latest on the Crows' Isaac Rankin controversy. Scam crackdown. More than 140,000 dodgy websites pulled offline. The new tricks targeting Aussie investors. See the home reno that's been branded Australia's ugliest. And Australia's no-gap dental rip-off. We examine the cheapest premiums and the ones that bite. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Living with diabetes? Ditch finger pricks with Freestyle Libre. Freestyle Libre is a small wearable sensor that monitors your glucose levels and trends and sends them straight to your phone. Instant, up-to-date feedback. No finger pricks. How good is that? And you can trial Freestyle Libre for only $15. Just head to freestylelibre.com.au to find out how. T's and C's apply. Follow directions for use. Read warnings before purchase. Free yourself from finger pricks with Freestyle Libre.
We know you love to bake, cook and entertain, but this Saturday it's our turn to host and you don't want to miss it. The brand new Kitchen Warehouse store in Payneham is throwing a housewarming party. One huge day of deals, a major free giveaway, hourly door prizes to be won and delicious free food and coffee. Don't miss exclusive one-day offers at the Kitchen Warehouse Payneham Housewarming Party, 382 Payneham Road, Saturday, August 23 from 9 to 1.
Embark on an extraordinary 8-day voyage through the ancient Greek Isles and Turkey aboard the brand new luxurious Explorer 2 from just $7,375 per person. Indulge in 9 exceptional culinary experiences, unlimited premium beverages, unlimited Wi-Fi and more. Enjoy €300 onboard credit per stateroom, plus savings of up to $770. Departing on the 28th of September 2026. Visit pht.com.au.
It's showtime at Wayville Hyundai, and we want to show you how good servicing your car can be. Want free parking for the Royal Show? Get your car serviced at Wayville Hyundai. Roll up, because there's even more with a $25 food and drink coupon and a free car wash and vacuum. Plus, you can service your car now and pay later with Afterpay. Showtime bookings are now open. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai, opposite the showground.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Great to have your company. It's 9 minutes after 5 here on a Wednesday evening. Still to come, we have your chance, not just once, but twice tonight, to win 5AA locker room tickets to the farewell game for Travis Boak and Ken Hinkley at Adelaide Oval. Where Are They Now is coming up at 5:30. We'll speak to a South Aussie gymnast, Jesse Moore. He's off to the World Champs, and get his story. And, of course, your calls. Should Adelaide be appealing? Have your take on the Isaac Rankin case. Should they take their medicine? 8223 0000. We're taking all your thoughts throughout the program tonight. And you can watch us on the Wayville Hyundai live stream as well. We're currently on Facebook and YouTube. And all thanks to Statesman Windows, our next guest, the Adelaide's most trusted boutique window company, SA family owned and operated since 1980.
Bartel checks sides it brilliantly. He can do it all, James Bartel. Here's my Bravo man.
Jimmy Bartel on the 5AA Sports Show.
Yeah, each and every week, Jimmy Bartel, thanks to Statesman Windows. Jimmy, you've often sort of said that perhaps the AFL could move a little quicker. Is this okay where we are at right now? We're in day 4, maybe going to head into day 5 before a result comes.
No, it's not okay. And evening, gentlemen. And what else are you working on? Like, you don't have to produce anything. You don't have shareholders. You don't have to manufacture anything. Your job is the game, running the game. And as they say, the look and the optics of the game. You've got a whole dedicated integrity team that no other sport has that size. You've got teams of executives. You've got, of course, we know you're not short on lawyers. And we live in the modern age. Like, are we writing letters to each other, are we? I'm waiting for the mail to be delivered. Like, there's things called the internet, phones, conversations can be had, and it'd be the most pressing issue both for the Crows and the AFL, wouldn't it? So if your phone rang, look, I think we need to deal with this. So a lot of things can get done pretty rapidly, but for some reason we're glacial when it comes to anything important. I think the telling thing too was it took Eddie Maguire on Footy Classified to actually just go, hey, look, I know what's happening. Let's get it out there.
Well, how the hell does he know before us, Jimmy?
Well, because clearly there's people either at AFL or Clubland who are happy to inform him.
Yeah. Crows have been granted an extension to strengthen their defence and argue to get the 5 weeks downgraded. I think they have every right to do that. I think they need to have the time. This is a lad that's going to miss finals, and the big if is if they make a grand final, miss a grand final. So I'm happy that they're taking their due course, Jimmy, and listening to them.
Yeah, but like, how long do we need? We know what the case is in front of you. Like, seriously, we're paying tens of thousands of dollars probably for lawyers and things like that working around the clock. Like, what do you want? 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Like, I get it. I'm not dismissing it, and I'm not making it out to be a flippant case. But this is the only thing you're working on. What else would you be doing from 9 to 5? Like, you're putting your arguments together. You got the phone call. Get moving, get cracking. So then Adelaide can focus on actually the on-field stuff. It's not minimising the issue at hand at all, but there's also, they've got to front up for a game of football. They've got to get prepared for finals. So you can walk and chew gum.
Yeah. I'm happy for the Crows, basically, to kick this can down the road for 5 weeks, Jimmy.
Of course you would be. And, of course, from a pure football sense, so make sure people actually hear that. I can understand why they're doing it. Now it just raises the conversation or the debate whether, if you're sticking your hand up and you know it's wrong, do you just accept your punishment and move on compared to they're in the business of trying to win premierships?
Yeah, well, it's funny how there's a few Victorians over there calling the Crows sooks for not just copping their whack. I reckon if the shoe was on the other foot, it'd be different.
Why would you ever be worried about what Victorians say, right?
I actually don't, Jimmy, to be quite frank. I can't believe that came out my mouth. Hey, can they win it without him? Of course they can, but it's a big blow because he's a genuine match winner, isn't he?
Yeah, look, I think the issue for the Crows without him, and then Yeah, Rochelle, obviously, it's not necessarily, the small forward firepower which those two can offer, and hopefully Rochelle's back, but it's the ball movement piece as well.
Yes.
So their defensive work, look, everyone is tipping their cap. Like, it's extraordinary what they can do. But if you're just going to sit back and absorb defensive pressure, a good side will have a patch or a moment, or there'll be some free kicks, or they'll scrounge a fluke goal. But you need to be able to transition the ball out of your back half and, actually, make the most of those intercept turnovers that they do so well. And he's the best at it. Now, you could probably say Jordan Dawson, but you take one away, well, then where's the focus going to go on? It's going to go on Jordan Dawson and limit his ability to transition the Crows from out of defence to attack. So that's where the big impact comes from. And then you throw into the fact that the Crows are scoring extraordinarily well from forward stoppage. Like, it's normally pretty difficult to get one goal from out of the boundary throwing or a ball up in your forward 50, but they seem to be knocking over 2 to 3 a week. That's the combination, of course, of Philthorpe and O'Brien down to Rankin. We've seen some ridiculous goals he's just kicked out of nothing from forward stoppage. So they're probably the two areas that impact them the most. Not saying they can't win without him, but they're pretty key elements in the game.
Well said.
The AFL had a bit of a powwow with the leaders, and Greg Swan, of course, has got a bit of a shopping list from here. What do you think he'll get done? What do you think won't get done?
Well, hopefully he's allowed to actually do what he needs to do, because we know in any organisation when you come in, people get pretty protective of their patch, and they can be the biggest hindrance to people inside your own buildings. We've all worked in places like that. I think he needs to sharpen up the MRO first. Like, again, Ollie Wines, it was bumped to get him in the head, but we can't keep having these scenarios. I keep banging on about where it's 3 weeks or no weeks. Like, just fix the bloody system. Also build in the Isaac Rankin case, the Willie Rioli case, and many others. I just referenced those because they were two South Australian-based players. Is that the Players Association, the club's been screaming out for a framework to decide on matters like this, like at least a flow chart or a decision-making process. And they still haven't arrived at that because they tie themselves in knots with all sorts of jargon and rubbish. So put a framework in place for how do we handle these situations. Look, I know each of them are different, but at least you can have a framework to work with, and then we don't go, well, how does he get a week? And how does he get 3 for that? And how does players get 2 weeks for a Mad Monday skit? And how does he get 1 week for threatening someone off the field? And we have 5 weeks for that. So at least we can actually understand a bit of the process going on. And then actually just answer and be brave enough to tell some clubs no and some clubs yes when it comes to academies, NGAs and father-son.
Nasiah Wanganeen-Millera, he said no to the 2 SA teams here. He's signed a 2-year deal now. Some people are speculating it could be even over $4 million, closer to 2.5 a year. But the 2 years is the interesting term for me. This is obviously, let's see how we go type contract, and then maybe I'm back on the market in 2 years' time. It was an interesting signing, wasn't it? Yeah, and it keeps him short of the free agency period as well. So he could probably go again for another 2 years, keep doing 2-year deals until he hits that restricted free agency period as well. It probably gives him a chance to look and see where Port was his club, what's Josh Carr doing? Also allows them a bit of time to get some picks and stuff in order, because remember, Dougie Cochran is showing some nice stuff over there. Louis Sellepek, who I've watched over here in the under-16s, looks like an absolute class player. And whoever else they've got as father, sons and NGA. So they need some capital for that with Naz. And also, what's Butters going to be doing in 12 months' time, or even in 6 weeks' time, but also even on the Crows side of it as well. Look, if you're St Kilda, if the Crows are going to be, top couple finished, that pick gets pushed out. So that's in the 20s, and then a future first and whatever else you're throwing in there if they're going to picks or players. It gives them time to get their ducks in a row as well. So I think from all parties, and we love when players stay at their clubs, I think it's been a pretty good result.
Oh, I can't wait for this weekend. Dogs v FIVEAA is basically elimination final. Brisbane v Hawks is basically a top 4 entree. Let's see, the Gold Coast, if they can beat Essendon and Port, they could finish top 4, and Collingwood could bundle out. There's a lot of interest this round.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
it's good. It's great. And when you have all the doomsdayers or people who know what's the right, it's the worst season and all that, it's not. Footy always keeps delivering storylines. This year's been a little bit different with 9 teams, but if you go back the last couple of years, I might get the order wrong, there was 14 teams in the hunt, there was 13 teams, and there was 14 teams in the hunt right up to at least the last couple of rounds. So we've had a couple of teams who have been really bad this year, which the top teams have been able to capitalise on. I'm looking forward to that Hawks-Brisbane game. Brisbane just keep getting injury after injury. And as you mentioned, the Crows, can they cover Rankin? Well, just look at the Lions. They just keep covering player after player and still play a beautiful brand of footy. And the Hawks have got their tempo back, which when they play at a high tempo, they're a dangerous side. And that Dogs Freo game is going to be an absolute beauty. And will Justin Longmuir just bring up the anchor and let them play? Because I think that's when they play their best footy.
Yeah. Hey, Snoop Dogg getting a big run over there. Do you all think it's a bit hypocritical or double standards? Over here, Andrew Dillon said he's culturally relevant on our show. Is he getting whacked, the old Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, I think he's part of the broader issue when we just we're talking about Isaac Rankin and other issues that are going on in the game. But look, if you think hypocrisy is new in the AFL, you clearly haven't been following the AFL for long enough. Manufactured outcomes and results is what they do best. As they say, we're in the sports entertainment business, and they feel like this is the right entertainment, and they're copying the right haircut they deserve from some quarters.
Nah, well done, Jimmy. Have a good week, mate.
Cheers, Jimmy.
Thanks, guys.
Jimmy Bartell, every Wednesday, thanks to Statesman Windows, Adelaide's boutique window company, trusted by the best builders in Adelaide. And just like Jimmy Bartell, they are elite performers, consistently delivering at the highest level. Need the best windows? See Statesman Windows.
Hot off the press.
Some reports just coming out of interstate.
Right.
In regards to former Port Adelaide Premiership coach Mark Williams, who, as we know, has been head of development at Melbourne.
Correct.
Reports are he's been axed. And that would go along with the changes with Simon Goodwin, who was sacked a few weeks ago. So Mark Williams will no longer be at the Melbourne Football Club.
Did he have a contract? Do you know if there was a contract to see out or not?
God, I'd have him at my club in a heartbeat.
Wow.
Would you, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just wondering the why on that, because a lot of times when that happens and there's a new coach coming in the light, they just have a look at who's out of contract, and normally they're the first to go. So he may have had bad timing on the contract, perhaps.
Well, they don't even have a coach, but...
That's right. Yeah, but they might be...
So this is a funny call for me.
They might be thinking, this is what we do. This is how we clear the decks.
Let's clear the decks. God, if he's available, God, I'd make a phone call.
So just some news coming out as we speak at 21 minutes after 5. Let's get you to the footy.
Timmy G.
We have locker room tickets. We've been doing it all week. And tonight, not just one chance, but two chances to win. Woo! So call in 8223 0055, play Timmy G's quiz, and you can head to the Gold Coast versus Port Adelaide Friday night footy and farewell Travis Bogue. Here's your traffic.
Hey, there at Torrens Park, Blair Road is cooked the Savo, so avoid. It's due to a burst water main, Blair Road near Blythewood Road. Got lanes out of action. Delays are actually back to Cross Road. Try Goodwood Road or Fullerton Road instead tonight. 4-car crash at Paraka, Montague Road near Mawson Lakes Boulevard, and 2 wells. Fuel on the road following a truck crash, Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Camera, Griffiths Drive, Moana. Not a chili fan? Try Porto's new Portuguese barbecue basting for that smoky hit of flavour to your chicken. Whole chicken and family chips, just $19.95 at a Porto. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
For the very latest in local footy, tune in to the 5AA Sandful Show each Monday from 6:30 p.m. It's tradition, it's excitement, and it's beats, eats, and footy fun with your mates. Sandful, nothing beats it.
Today I'm talking to Glenn, who is one of Arbor Vitae's many happy customers. Hi, Glenn.
Hello, Leaf.
When did you start taking Arbor Vitae and what for?
My mild arthritis had progressively deteriorated. I was reaching the stage of me being virtually crippled. A friend of mine suggested that I try Arbor Vitae, so I gave it a go.
What benefits have you noticed from Arbor Vitae?
After just the first bottle, my pain went from 8 out of 10 down to a manageable 2 or 3 out of 10.
Are you happy to recommend Arbor Vitae? And what would you tell our listeners listeners about this product.
Absolutely. I've told all my friends to give it a go. The secret is to have 2 or 3 bottles till the pain subsides and check dose that you're having the correct amount.
It's wonderful to hear how much of a positive impact it has had on your life. Thanks for your time, Glenn. Remember, for more info, visit arbavitae.com.au, arbavitae.com.au, stocked in chemists and health food stores. And remember, always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Kids don't want to wait. The sooner, the better. Every moment is a chance to learn and grow. And they're right, it is. The first few years of a child's development play a hugely important part in their future, in learning and in life. That's why the state government is rolling out 3-year-old preschool from 2026. Because the sooner they start, the further they can go. Learn more at flyingstart.sa.gov.au. A message from the Government of South Australia.
Said a text come through. We try to read as many as we can out. Sid. That'd be Sid Draper, wouldn't it?
In reference to?
Well, one out, one in.
Oh, okay.
But Laird's coming back. We'll do all that tomorrow. Hey, Mannix Air Conditioning is celebrating 60 years of keeping SA cool in summer, warm in winter, and saving with solar.
Now, founded by the great man Neville Mannix, a terrific fella who is still proudly involved today, Mannix remains a true family business with 3 children and 7 grandchildren carrying on the tradition.
How good is that? From humble beginnings to 5 stores across Adelaide, Mannix has won over 100 state national awards, stocking leading brands like Fujitsu, Panasonic, Mitsubishi, Bonaire, plus a full range of cash and carry units and spare parts.
Mannix has also installed over 5,000 solar and battery systems, and their bulk buying power means you can always get the best price.
Yes, you can. After 60 incredible years, Mannix is still the name you know and trust.
Your daily cup of OTR just got a whole lot richer. Buy NEC coffee for a chance to win $1,000 daily when you scan the OTR app. And September 2, T's and C's apply. SAP 25/835. OTR. Serving up seriously good coffee.
The BTR Excavations Balaclava Cup. SA's biggest country race day is back and it's going to be huge. Secure your marquee ticket. A range of amazing hospitality options available from just $55. Food, drinks and all the trackside action. Buses available from Adelaide, the Barossa and Clare. Pick your outfit. Get ready for a day of racing, fashion and fun. The Balaclava Cup, Wednesday, September 10. Book now. Search Balaclava Racing Club on Facebook or online.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
At 26 minutes after 5, where are they now? Isn't too far away. That's on the other side of the 5:30 headlines, and we continue to take your calls 8223 0000. But it's a chance to give someone the chance to win a locker room double.
Most certainly is. We got Michael on the line from Old Ranelli. You love these Tillix, Michael. Here's Timmy.
Absolutely. 5AA locker room on the line here, Michael. Ahead of Travis Boak's final game, we're just going to live a couple of magnificent moments, okay? So I'm going to play you some audio, and I want you to tell me what happens next.
Got it too. Sweet as you like. That'll be a goal. As sweet as you like.
Travis Boak, what did he do in that moment, Michael?
Oh, geez, it's really hard to hear. Was he kicking for goal? It wasn't the kick from outside 50 against Melbourne.
Spot on. Oh, wow. Michael, that was unbelievable.
What year,
Michael?
What year?
Yeah.
That was the first game at Adelaide Oval on the return. I was there.
Correct.
I can't remember the year.
Yeah, it was 2011, and he torped it. It was a huge torp.
Yeah, do you want to have a listen to the full thing?
We'll listen to the full thing, Michael. We'll just indulge.
Well done.
There it is. I reckon he's going for it too. Okay. And he's got it too. Sweet as you like. That'll be a goal. As sweet as you like.
Oh, congratulations, Michael. That is awesome, mate.
Well
you were
done.
there
Thanks,
that day, eh?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was a fabulous game, actually, at Adelaide Oval. I reckon Port were really down in the first quarter,
Yep.
And then right on the quarter time, he kicked the goal. And I got a feeling we won that game.
We won the game, Michael, and it protected us from winning a wooden spoon.
Correct.
So it was a pretty important goal.
Really?
Let me tell you, Michael. You will see Travis Boak's last
Well
game.
done.
Congratulations, mate. You get in that 5AA locker room. You be able to see him warm up, half time, after the game, the whole thing. You get a pre-game dinner box, half-time Balfours, and you get
You'll
a
love
5-hour beverage package. Should be sensational.
Okay, here's a text. Row, you're an absolute embarrassment. Just shut up about Rankin, deflecting to the Collingwood official and to Maguire. Just shows you how off-red you are. If Rankin can't work through being targeted, then he's right at home at the Adelaide Crows. Read it out, you coward. Oh, well, there you go. Read it out. Hey, no name. Oi, Turbo. Hope that makes you feel good, mate.
Let's go to
hero.
Penong, a lovely part of the world. G'day, Andrew.
Hello, Andy.
Absolutely. G'day, man. Hey, look, I'm a Carlton supporter.
Yep.
But I'm gutted for Isaac. I think, okay, he sinned, he's committed that cardinal woke rule. But let's say the Crows make it to the grand final, and let's say they win, and he's not playing. He would be gutted for life.
Oh, God.
Now, you would have mates who didn't play in grand finals through injury or suspension. I don't know how they carry themselves. I know they're part of the squad and everything, but the penalty is just too harsh. Let's say it was one game, and I heard a previous caller talk about 20 grand or 30 grand or 50 grand, and slowly they will get the message. But it is only a word, and I never got the memo. I'm 61. I mean, can you call someone a pansy?
I'd say no, Andrew.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
Well, gee. Well, politicians got us here. Have you seen their behaviour in Parliament?
Yeah, well, they're not role models to me, Andrew.
No.
Hey, mate, good call. And again, you're my vintage, and we do need to step up to the plate. We need to get better. There's no question about that.
Let's go to Lockleys. G'day, Jenny.
Jen.
Hi, I would like to put another perspective on this. I'm a nurse, and believe me, at work we get called a lot more worse than what Rankin did. I'm not condoling it, but that's a fact. But I can't turn around and tell a patient to leave, okay, you're out for 6 weeks, blah, blah, blah. My concern that this lad has had media at his, everywhere. He can't leave his house. He's worried about his family, the team, the grand finals, whatever. And my thing is his mental state. We've got to be very careful here that we should look after him. Everyone should take a breath. He made a mistake, yes. I was at the game and he was berated and he fell into the, they got him. They got him good. But we've really got to look after this lad. He's a great player and we've got to just step back and say, yes, he made a mistake, so do murderers and everyone else, but we've got to give him space and let him go through the process. So I hope he's okay. That's all
Well
I've
done.
got to say.
Jenny, being a nurse, very good comments because all you do is care about other people. Well said. And look, the club's wrapping their arms around him. The best
absolutely.
place to be. I hear Rory say it all the time. In time of adversity is in the confines and the four walls of a footy club.
The
He'd be
locker
getting
room.
all the help he can get.
29-6. Where are they now after the 5:30 headlines?
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. A teenager who hit and killed a woman sitting on the road at Hillcrest in May has pleaded guilty to a lesser charge. A huge stockpile of illicit tobacco products have been seized from an Edinburgh warehouse. The Prime Minister says he doesn't take criticism personally after his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu called him a weak leader. And the Isaac Rankin homophobic slur case is dragged on for another day, with the Crows granted an extension. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Charmin Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
At Torrens Park, Belair Road is cooked this hour. Avoid it if you can. It's due to a burst water main, Belair Road near Blythewood Road. Lanes out of action. Delays are back to Cross Road. Try Goodwood Road or Fullerton Road instead. West Beach crash, Tapley's Hill Road near Sir Donald Brabber Drive. Awful delays, though. Go back a couple of Ks too, so avoid that if you can. And Pracker, 4-car crash, Montague Road near Mawson Lakes Boulevard. Camera, Main Road, Wollonga. Enjoy 4 years complimentary servicing across the Mercedes AMG SUV range. Visit the 4-day Mercedes AMG SUV event today. Ends Saturday. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Clear tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, a high of 20. At the moment, 18. More news at 6 o'clock on 5AA, Always Adelaide.
If you're listening, Albo, the only way the federal government can get itself back on the dance floor on this issue is by declaring this a natural disaster.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
If you do that, the relationship between you and South Australia is back on an even keel.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Because Murray Watt has destroyed confidence in your government over the last 3 months.
5AA Breakfast.
With his utter slothful indifference to the management of this.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
It's showtime at Wayville Hyundai, and we want to show you how good servicing your car can be. Want free parking for the Royal Show? Get your car serviced at Wayville Hyundai. Roll up, because there's even more with a $25 food and drink coupon and a free car wash and vacuum. Plus, you can service your car now and pay later with Afterpay. Showtime bookings are now open. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai, opposite the showground.
Get saving this month at City Discount Tyres. Grab 3 Falcon Zig ZE 310R passenger car tyres and get the 4th tyre absolutely free. Experience top-notch performance with exceptional grip on both wet and dry surfaces. Steer your way to citydiscounttyres.com.au for even more great deals. City Discount Tyres. We're driven by value.
If you've ever wondered what the extra stands for in Physio Extra, that's easy.
Extra everything. Extra time with every appointment.
Extra care with a genuine hands-on approach to healing.
Extra expertise. Extra treatment options.
Extra appointments with same-day treatments available. Extra convenient because we have 6 Physio Extra locations around Adelaide. That's right, 6.
It's the extra in Physio Extra that makes all the difference. Visit physioextra.com for your nearest location or call for a same-day appointment.
Much on this weekend? How about a quick trip to Amsterdam? Dig into cones of Belgian fries topped with mayo, mini Dutch pancakes and indulgent Biscoff milkshakes. Stock up on authentic Dutch products, market-fresh produce and irresistible Dutch cakes made from scratch daily. Take a leisurely stroll past the windmill, admire the tulips and the Delft Blue. Visit Amsterdam this weekend at the Dutch Pantry, OG Road Clemzig, open 7 days. Just look for the big windmill.
We know you love to bake, cook and entertain, but this Saturday it's our turn to host and you don't want to miss it. The brand new Kitchen Warehouse store in Paynham is throwing a housewarming party. One huge day of deals, a major free giveaway, hourly door prizes to be won and delicious free food and coffee. Don't miss exclusive one-day offers at the Kitchen Warehouse Paynham Housewarming Party, 382 Paynham Road, Saturday, August 23 from 9 to 1.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
24 minutes to 6. Still another chance for you to win locker room tickets. Michael was very, very good with that one take hit with the quiz before.
Amazing.
So congrats to him. But we still have another double pass to give away to Friday night's game where you can farewell Ken Hinkley and Travis Boak in the best seat at Adelaide Oval, the 5AA locker room. But right now it's time to get into Where Are They Now? All thanks to Walco, who are at the centre of SA's biggest cover-up with their incredibly good-looking Walco mesh pool cover.
The 5AA Sports Show's Where Are They Now? Past legends, past glories.
Yes, a man that would have played against both of us, Rowey, between 1985 and 1997. He played 267 games, kicked 391 goals. He was South Adelaide's leading goal kicker on 4 occasions. He was captain of the club. He was a best teammate. He played in a couple of night premierships, and we'll find out about those. He's also in the South Adelaide Football Club Hall of Fame. Certainly a great player and a great bloke to play against. David Steckel, welcome.
Hi, Timmy. How you doing? Been a while?
Yeah, it has been, my friend. Now,
Rowey.
You know, we always ask where are they now. You were in Port Lincoln, is that right?
Port Lincoln, just upstairs in the house, looking out over the Boston Bay as we speak. It's a bit cool and breezy, but not too bad. Just came back from walking the dogs, so I'm a little bit fresh.
So it's a beautiful lifestyle.
jealous.
You've been there for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, mate, since the end of 98. So finished in 97. had a year over the island with a couple of mates and my brother for Dudley United, my old side over there, 98. Came over here with a bank, and first year of footy over here was 99 at Tasman's.
Wow. So we know that you are a Kangaroo Island product, and you were a bit of a trailblazer, weren't you, for blokes like Lady?
Oh, there was... I don't know if you remember Lee Stambridge. He played a bit of... Lee and Craig Stambridge played a bit of footy. They didn't spend a lot of time on Kangaroo Island, but we'll claim them.
Yeah.
Alan Howard played in the 71-72 North Adelaide
Flags
premierships back in the day. He was a farmer. And myself, David Florence, and then Lady come over. So, there's been a few over the journey.
Yeah, and do you get back a lot? Because that's obviously where I would imagine the base of your family is.
Yeah, Mum's still over there, just moved into a nursing home in Kingscote, and youngest brother's on the farm at American River, like where the old man and Grandpa set it up years and years ago.
Wow, unreal. So Port Lincoln, the settling down there, what happened there? Was it work that took you there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, mate, come over here with ANZ Bank that I'd been with for a long time at that stage. Had an opportunity for a transfer over here. We come over, had a bit of a look and thought there's got to be worse places to go to for a couple of years, and 27 years later, we're still here, and you miss Adelaide a little bit. Like, there's I don't know, funerals you'd like to get to if you could, and some footy stuff and family. You've got some family. All the three kids are over there. But get over for things. The South Adelaide past players at the start of the year always make a point of that, and I'm over there in a couple of weeks for the SNFL 200 Club past players show.
Excellent.
So,
I'll see you there, mate.
Which will be good.
Now, are you the original Sticks?
Yeah.
In lieu of who else? Not Kernahan.
Yeah.
No, I think he had me.
Phillips?
No,
Brent
he was
Phillips?
definitely around the place before I started.
There you go.
Now, Rowey, I was going to bring up with you too about when our son was born 31 years about it, if he was going to be a girl, naming him Tess.
Yeah.
Any rumour in that? Any truth in that rumour?
We were teammates for a while at the Crows, weren't we?
I was there initially.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, the early stages.
Yeah.
It's funny, speaking to you guys getting a call today, I actually worked with a guy, Craig Binder, over here.
Oh, yeah, Norwood boy.
Tristan's old man who played at Norwood. I reckon in that night, one of those night grand finals, the two of you were playing in that, I reckon.
Oh,
and you wouldn't believe I'd seen Darren Smith the other day. I see Smithy a bit. He's still over here playing bass in a band, and I had a couple of beers with Marty Leslie 2 weeks ago.
So. Gee, good company, mate.
Good company. Getting back to the test, our two kids are a similar age. I think we might have been in the same hospital.
Yeah. I reckon exactly. Yeah, well, Tim was born exactly the same time as Ryan Burton. Ryan Burton's wife was in the hospital same time.
And I said to Sticks, what are you going to call your daughter? He said Tess, but then my wife said testicle.
Oh, dear.
So did you call her Tess or not, Sticks?
No, he was a boy, Tim, and we've had a daughter since, Shani. Okay. So, no, we didn't go down that, but my brother's got a sheepdog called Tess. So.
There it is. You got the gag eventually.
But fantastic. Kapler, the late Mark Nailey, Darren Trevina, these are names all I can remember. Michael Bevan. If you look at the Crows, you produced Nigel Smart, Bix, Clay Sampson. The talent South had through that era, Sticks.
Yeah, and then quite a few of those are like your Southern boys too, like Nigel, obviously, Goody, Clay Sampson down that way, Kimmy Costa, Yangalilla boy.
Yeah.
A lot of those lads, Mark Bickley from Port Pirie, obviously, but we'll sort of claim him as well. So it was good to be involved in those days, just to catch up with, I remember the Port guys were great, Dave Brown and Dave Hutton and all those sort of boys was just, you never had anything to do with them really. You might have a beer in the Port Club afterwards or at Norwood or whatever, but to have that 6-7 months, whatever it was. And I had my best year of footy in 91 after that. I was sort of ultra fit and but got cut for Mark Bickley. So Neil Curley told me I was 52, but Mark Bickley cut my lunch.
There you go.
Not a bad lunch cut. He went on to hold the cup up twice.
I think they made the right decision.
Let's go back to your debut, 1985 v West Adelaide. It's. I reckon Don Scott was coaching. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Myself and a guy called David Florence that played a couple of league games as well. Come over in February. Thought we were fit. We weren't even close.
Yeah.
Trained at Park 25 back in the day, never spewed so much from running around in my life. And played the first game of reserves footy, played at Woodville with Mark Nailey, played reserves, believe it or not. I don't think he trained that much, and Don Scott wasn't all that happy with it.
Yeah.
But then made my debut the week after. We lost to Westies, broke a finger, but kept playing, played for the 6 or 7 games that Scotty coached for until, well, there's different stories about what happened there, but until he walked, I suppose, and then Rick Davies came in, Davies in, Steckel out, which was probably not a bad move either.
Yeah, he did do a bit of playing coaching, didn't he? Through that period.
He probably played for a couple. He came in and I was a massive Sturt fan because Kangaroo Island was in their district back in the day. And he was just my idol. I was at the 76 grand final, as every man in Australia was, but it was just to be there then, and then to be coached by him was just bizarre. And then I went on a footy trip to Thailand with him just to top things off. So I don't know what leaves deeper memories in my mind, the football or the trip to Thailand.
Sticks, I reckon I know which one. Oh, classic. Now, you got Johnny Reid in the late 80s, and I've got to say he worked really hard on turning the club around. Gee, you had some good years too, because that 1990 final series when you defeated Norwood in that elimination final,
that was,
you guys were on fire.
Yeah. No, that was a good side. Like, I reckon Andy Brockhurst was back, Muddy Troy was probably running around then. Nails might have got back in 91, I reckon.
He did, the Raging Bull, Jeff Winton.
Yeah, he'd swapped over. I reckon he kicked a goal in that Norwood elimination final that sort of got us over the line a bit. So, yeah, we had a good side. And it's crazy. Even though I want to catch up Darren Smith, we don't talk massive amount of footy, but it's amazing how, and all credit to him, 7 flags or whatever, and you think, well, best I could do is win a couple of finals and get to a prelim type thing. It's crazy how things work. But that was our time to do something then. But to go out in straight sets in 91 was real disappointing because we had a pretty fair side run around then. We should have done a hell of a lot better.
My only memory of that 90 was there was a young lad. His name was Nigel Smart.
Yeah,
and he took the biggest mark on that centre wing I've ever seen. Can you? He stood on someone's head. Can you remember that, Sticks?
Yeah, I can. Who might have been Rocket Maynards, I reckon. I reckon he took that mark over him.
I think he did. God, I thought this kid's going to be great, All-Australian.
Yeah.
His first year at the Crows, he was an All-Australian.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
He's a good kid. No, I saw him over here at the Cleve Field Days going back a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
He was working for Crime Stoppers, I reckon.
He is too.
Yes, that's right.
He is too.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, he was over here for that. So, he doesn't seem a lot different. He's still got the Christie's Beach boy in him. I remember going to his 80th birthday party. So that's been going on.
Well, when he's not fishing, he's out doing some work. Now, who gave you trouble, Sticks? Who was the centre-half back that used to knock your block off?
Yeah, John Seabone was always real tough.
Yep.
So Trevor Clisby as well. The Port boys, all that big triangular shaped, buddy Benny Harris and Marty and Delaney and Boxhead Phelps and all those boys. So it was always interesting going back there with them. But I had a couple of decent games against the Port boys. Greg Phillips would give you a little bit of leg rope, the big fella. And if we were having a half-decent day, you could sort of get hold of it a bit, but that didn't happen all that often. You wouldn't believe it. He was over here for the Mortlock Shield
how good.
12 months ago. Him and Aaron came over. They were the guest speakers on the Saturday night at the at the show there. So because he's where's he from?
Minnipa.
Minnipa boy.
Yeah,
exactly.
and then he went down to Lincoln South and played a bit of footy there before he came over.
Yeah, as a bloody 15, 16-year-old kid. So
superstar.
But those boys, Roger Delaney and some of those. It's funny one. There's a Norwood one for you. It's funny when the Swans game the other week, Jeremy Cameron didn't kick a goal and that McCartan stood him, kicked a goal. And then I remember standing James Pike at Footy Park one day. I'm centre forward, I kicked 1, he kicked 2.
The things you remember.
That's never a great day.
Oh, that is classic. So I have to ask you about this one, Sticks, because we had a bit of a laugh about it in the rooms afterwards. So in 1996, the club was going into the AFL the following year, and it was sort of, well reported that none of the old blokes were going in. So anyway, we played South at Alberton.
And Sticks was captain back then.
Sticks was captain.
Yes, he was.
I was captain of Port. And we got in the rooms afterwards, and I was sort of a bit puzzled. There was a young fella called Nathan Genovese. Do you remember Nathan?
Yeah, Jenna,
A real fierce competitor. I loved him. He was only a kid, though, at the time.
He would have been a kid then.
He was about 19, I reckon. He's standing to me, and he's turned to me in the game, and he said, where are you playing next year? And I looked at him as if, what are you talking about, mate? And he goes, where are you playing? I bet you have to go down to Ethelton and all this. And I thought, where's this coming from? And it was quite bizarre. Anyway, we get in the room and I'm telling this story about this young fella having a crack at me and all that. And Roger goes, yeah. He said, I think it was a coach instruction that they had to ask all of us where we're going to play. And he said, because I'm standing Sticks, and Sticks went, "Well, you're playing next year, Rog." And Rog goes, "What are you saying?" "Oh, look, I have to ask. The coach told us."
Was that a real instruction?
Clutching at straws comes to mind with something like that, I reckon.
I reckon you had Shane Butler come in as coach because he came in halfway through the year. Kenny Sheldon.
Yeah, that one. Maybe that was coming from Butts.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would have been capable of putting something like that together. I shouldn't say that. I'll probably see him in a couple of weeks' time.
You will. Now, when you do catch up, that would have been a great honour, mate, in the Hall of Fame of South Adelaide. It would have been a great night, and it is great when you keep getting invited back because then you see the others inducted, but you get to catch up with older names and different eras. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's I think Sneeze had been inducted the previous one before. On the day that I did, Phil Brooksby and Brian Plungers, 64 premiership player, were inducted. Butts was, I couldn't believe he hadn't already been inducted, but he was the next intake, I reckon. Benno and Brookers, and Caps. So there's that crew that. So I think between those five, we all played over 260 odd games. Like Brookers, Butler, Caps, Benno, and myself. So and we're still mates. Are still mates with them. The thing with footy, I said before about no great success, and that's obviously the disappointing part out of it. But the big thing out of it, and you get this from a few people you speak to, is just the mates you make over the journey. And we go back and we catch up and we still talk a bit of rubbish with each other and keep in touch with Caps a bit. We're reasonably tight. So it's just great to catch up with those boys. And I think as it turns out, Trevor Mitten was talking the other day, there's 37 South guys going to the past players, which I think is a bit of a record for us. So
that's awesome.
You look forward to that, to catch up and tell a few stories and just reminisce a bit because none of us are getting any younger, so it's important to get there and catch up.
Well, it was a great era.
Well done, mate.
You were magnificent as a captain of the club. 391 goals, 3-time leading goal kicker. 55 was your best in 87. Absolute gun, Sticks. Thanks for your time, mate.
No, pleasure. Great to catch up.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks, Sticks.
Good
at the
week.
Sandfield Past Players dinner. It'll be great. Done. We'll look forward to that. It's all thanks to Walco, SA's biggest cover-up. Walco's mesh pool cover keeps leaves and debris out of your pool all year round, and because it's pulled super taut, it never sags. It looks great. Also, Walco about their mesh pool cover now.
Call in, be a part of the show. 8223 0000 is our number. Let's check your traffic.
Torrens Park, really big delays on Belair Road at the moment. Avoid it if you can. It's due to a burst water main Belair Road at the Blythewood Road intersection. Got lanes out of action. Delays almost back to Crossroads. So try Goodwood Road or Fullerton Road if you can. Nasty crash at West Beach causing big delays. Tapley's Hill Road near Sir Donald Brabbard Drive. That's back a couple of Ks as well. And a Paraka of forecast smash Montague Road near Mawson Lakes Boulevard. Cameras at Brookman Road, Dinglebadinga, and Cherry Gardens Road at Cherry Gardens. For your chance to win a Royal Adelaide Show Family Pass, purchase a jug or 2 glasses of any Coca-Cola variety at Faster Pasta to go in the draw. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
5AA proudly supports Football SA. Congratulations to 2024 NPL Grand Final champions, Campbelltown. Proudly supported by major sponsor Chemist King. Affordable health, beauty and everyday essentials across 9 Adelaide locations. They check prices daily, so you don't have to.
It's been a sensational season so far this year.
So from 5AA, good luck to all the teams fighting it out for this year's championship.
5AA,
a proud supporter of grassroots sport.
Build like a brick house. Basic Trailers make quality trailers of all sizes here in Adelaide. Made with Australian steel, you get 12 months warranty and factory direct pricing across SA. Visit basictrailers.com.au. Basic Trailers. Basically better.
It's not just a dream home. It's next level. Next level for the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery means a $4.6 million grand prize in Walkerville. Next level design and furnishings in a single-storey, 4-bedroom masterpiece. With incredible indoor and outdoor living, fully landscaped backyard and swimming pool ready for summer. You really need to check it out. Level up and get your tickets now at homelottery.com.au. Licence M14784.
Don't go there, Timmy. Don't go there, son.
Picture this. You finally arrive at your hotel. You've had a long day of travel. It's just worn you down, and you get to the reception, and the bloke gives you a friendly smile and says, "Hey, here's the keys. Go up and enjoy." You get up there. You open the room, and it stinks. It's got a terrible bed. The mattress is all lumpy. There's no toilet.
You regret
it's just horrendous. You booked the wrong place.
You regret it. And instantly you say to your partner, in this case, my wife, Jodie, did you ring RAA? Because, love, RAA are a trusted travel agent. They book everything and they know everything.
And there's no problems with it.
And you can't go wrong with that,
Correct.
Jodie. Why did you book through Airbnb?
Yeah. Look.
What were you thinking, Jodie?
Avoid the holiday horror and book with RAA's trusted travel agents. From the moment you sit down with them, you feel like you're in safe, experienced hands.
That's exactly right. Whether it's flights, accommodation, tours, or even cruises, they'll tailor a package just for you. So book an appointment with RAA travel agents. RAA Travel to elevate your holiday, to elevate your fun.
Yeah, please elevate
Just elevate it. RAA, it's better to be a member.
Visit Jarvis Toyota's brand new undercover home in Brighton Road, Somerton Park, and take advantage of savings across the Toyota certified pre-owned range. Enjoy the same feeling you get with a new Toyota at Jarvis Toyota, with all certified pre-owned vehicles tested and backed by Toyota, including a full service history and 90-point safety check. Toyota certified pre-owned in a class of its own. Come and experience the difference at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. The National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save is on now. Spend $4,000 will only charge you $2,750, or spend $2,000 will only charge you $1,450, or $1,000 will only charge you $750. Don't miss the National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save on now. So rush into a National Tiles store near you, or go online at nationaltiles.com.au now and save. Conditions apply.
The passing of someone close places unique stress on family and friends. At this time, Farrell and O'Neill Funerals are here to provide reassurance and peace of mind. Farrell and O'Neill offer creative guidance and advice to tailor a service that best honours your loved one. Whether a large gathering or a small, intimate service, Farrell and O'Neill share their generations of experience in tailoring a unique and meaningful farewell. Proudly SA family-owned and operated, because it's personal.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 5 minutes to 6, Thursday night footy tomorrow night. Essendon and Carlton. Young Campo is back into the side.
Oh, good.
Lucas Camporeale will play tomorrow night, which is fantastic.
No, Ben? He's suspended, isn't he?
I think the VFL season's ended.
It has ended, but the
he was
suspension would carry over, wouldn't it?
yeah.
And Zach Merritt and Dylan Shield are back for the Bombers,
Okay.
but we're taking your calls.
Yeah, we certainly are. Go to Golden Grove, John.
Yeah, how you going, boys? Good to talk to you.
Hey, John.
Just a question. So, who did Isaac Rankin actually say it to? Can you tell me that?
Well, we can't. I think it'll all come out tomorrow, but it wouldn't be hard to work out who he is. He tackled him late in the last quarter, and he snapped that goal.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So,
Okay.
look, I know this is just my opinion. Okay, so basically, he should know as a Crow supporter. He should know better with the education of what words you can and can't say.
Correct.
If he's been getting niggled at or hit or pinched or, you know what I mean, getting kneed in the head after a disposal, I understand that. But he should be educated on what he can or can't say. But the fact that he's been given 5 games, like, wow, I'm Greek. And for 50 years I copped it playing sport. And if I called everyone out, I wouldn't have had an opposition to play against. There would have been no one playing.
Yeah.
I really don't understand how you can get 5 games for saying a word. He didn't knock anyone out. He didn't break anyone's jaw. Now, the person who's involved, is he playing this week or does he have to miss a game because he's that distraught?
No, he's playing. Apparently he wasn't offended either. But John, look, I know where you're coming from. You cut from my life. How's this one? Men, society's become weak. We can no longer call a spade because that spade now identifies as a metal utensil.
Yeah, no, he's getting silly there. Let's go to Taparoo. G'day, Lee.
Hello, guys. Good afternoon. How are you?
I thought that was funny, Timmy.
Now, I've been stewing on this for a while. I am so fuming that Rankin got 5 games, but he done the crime, so he does the time. But I'm a Crow supporter. I have 17 other players out there that have busted their gut to get where we are, okay? Why should they pay? Because he's cost the team. Why should they pay for that? Why can't the AFL grow some you-know-whats and say, right, Rankin, you done this, you don't get any games, you get a $100,000 fine.
I think we'd all rather that, Lee. And it hurts the fans too, doesn't it, Lee?
Well, they didn't set it up at the beginning.
No.
Their structure of penalty wasn't in that. And
I'm with Lee.
I think one of the issues that's getting lost here is it's not a case of is it right or wrong. The case is it's wrong. We don't want that said on the football field anymore. We don't want the racial slurs, as we heard earlier, about being Greek or Italian or like. We don't want that either. So, yes, it happened 30 years ago. Does that make it right? Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't.
No. It
doesn't make it right. It wasn't right then. It's not right now. So let's not get that muddied, okay? What we established and have established is the AFL, the end depends on the beginning, and they did not set this up properly.
No. And
if they had to set it up, we wouldn't even be debating about what's going on because we'd know what the penalty was.
And a bloke's going to miss the final, maybe a grand final if they get there. Hello, Livy.
How you doing, guys?
Hi, Livy.
My question is, how bad is it getting that players are travelling? Okay, I know he said a word he shouldn't have, but they're like kids. I'm going to go and dob you in because you said a word that you shouldn't have said. I mean, seriously, there's that much sledging going on the ground, and you can see it on the TV. You can see, if you can rip, let it breathe. I tell you, you know exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
And there's a lot said out there that doesn't get called out because people don't go and tell.
Yeah,
right?
That's it. Livy, thank you. We're hard up against the 6 o'clock news. I've been sharing a text throughout the course of the day with a person in the know. Let me just say that. And the extenuating circumstances for Isaac is exactly where Livy's going to. The things that were said to Isaac in this game will come out, and it's not for me here today to do it because it's under investigation. Let's get the facts. Let's hear it from the clubs. Let's see it in writing. Let's see it written out. But there are, what's that big word?
Extenuating circumstances.
There are extenuating circumstances. Doesn't mean he could have said what he said, but that's why the Crows are trying to get it from 5 to 4. If you had heard what was said, you'd think, yeah, okay, I see that. That's that. I'll just put that out there.
So should get an answer in the next week or so?
Well, I'm hoping, Timmy, I'm hoping in 5 weeks' time.
If it doesn't fall by 5:50 tomorrow night,
it'll fall tomorrow.
Can the Crows pick him in the team? Because team selection's not that far away for the following week. That's how far this has gone.
I think he's out.
It's getting crazy, isn't it? 6 o'clock news time.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. Up-to-the-minute news for South Australia. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Clear tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, a high of 20. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig.
Sportal, cutting-edge sports hardware and software for elite and community clubs.
A teenager charged with killing a woman in a hit run at Hillcrest in May has entered early pleas to lesser charges. 19-year-old Ashton Jacob Friend pleaded guilty to causing death by careless use of a vehicle and leaving the scene and not rendering assistance. He was accused of hitting the 20-year-old woman as she sat on North East Road and then driving off. A driver has been charged after a fatal crash at Mobilong yesterday. The 21-year-old Northern Heights woman ran off the road into an irrigation channel. She managed to escape the wreckage and raised the alarm at a nearby home, but her passenger, a 21-year-old woman, died. The woman's been charged with causing death by dangerous driving and will face court in September. She's also lost her licence until further order. Operation Eclipse detectives have seized the largest stockpile of illicit tobacco ever discovered in SA. The haul, worth around $8 million, was found at an Edinburgh industrial warehouse being used to supply illicit tobacco outlets in metro and regional areas. Operation Eclipse Commander Brett Featherby says it's a huge blow to the organised crime syndicate involved.
If you look at the size of the seizure, it's fairly evident that that is certainly going to impact the supply in both the metropolitan and regional areas to tobacco shops that are operating. We're fully aware that there's probably other storage areas that are holding illicit tobacco, but to take $8 million out in one swipe is very, very good.
Investigations are continuing into a blaze at South Plympton early this morning, which destroyed a popular Indian restaurant. The arson attack on Dialer Curry on Marion Road has left a damaged bill of $400,000. CCTV captured 2 suspects running away. The state opposition doesn't know why the Prime Minister bothered coming to SA today. He made a quiet trip to Kangaroo Island, posting pictures of himself walking on the beach on social media with no dead marine life in sight. The PM later announced an additional $8.5 million in funding, including $4 million for local councils in affected areas. But he didn't apologise to South Australians for government inaction or declare it a national disaster. Green Senator Sarah Hanson-Young says it's disappointing.
If this had happened in Bondi, it wouldn't have taken the Prime Minister 5 months to get here.
The NDIS will undergo a major shake-up in a bid to reduce the cost of the disability scheme by billions of dollars. Zach De Silva reports.
Around 70% of new NDIS participants have a diagnosis of mild autism, and the majority of those are children. It's a big challenge for the government, which is trying to rein in the cost of the scheme. Nicole Rogerson from Autism Awareness Australia says parents are just trying to help their kids, but the current system isn't working.
The NDIS was not designed to take care of every child not reaching their developmental milestones.
NDIS Minister Mark Butler agrees. He's promising a new program called Thriving Kids to support children with mild autism and developmental delays.
Diverting this group of kids from the NDIS is an important element of making the scheme sustainable.
Changes will begin rolling out from July next year.
Turning to 5AA Sport.
Kick goals with Floor World. With 4 locations around Adelaide, it's never been easier to score the best deal.
The AFL is yet to reveal a penalty for Crows star Isaac Rankin over a homophobic slur as discussions continue with the club. It's understood the league will provide an update tomorrow, with Adelaide granted an extension. The Crows are reportedly pushing for finals games to be weighted differently to home and away, resulting in a lighter penalty. Rankin's facing a ban of up to 5 games. Coach Matthew Nix says he's doing okay as he waits to learn his fate.
He's got some support from the club there for him, and he's doing all right. Disappointed, but he's doing all right. He knows it's going to be tough from here, but we'll work our way through it.
While Port's Ollie Wines says he's disappointed his 3-match ban has been upheld after a trip to the tribunal, and he won't be able to play the final game of the season, which is also the farewell for Ken Hinkley, Chad Corns and Travis Spoke. And Matilda's star Mary Fowler has started running again 4 months after surgery for a ruptured ACL. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Charmin Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
G'day there at Torrens Park. Blair Road still very busy due to a burst water main at the Blythewood Road intersection. Got lanes out of action if you can avoid it tonight. West Beach a crash, Tapley's Hill Road near Donald Rabbit Drive. Big delays there too, and super slow with a 4-car crash at Paraka. Montague Road near Mawson Lakes Boulevard. Camera, Grants Gully Road, Clarendon. Look for the RAA sign at over 400 independent RAA approved repairers across SA. You know you can trust them because RAA do. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Clear tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, a high of 20. Partly cloudy on Friday, 19, and mostly sunny Saturday, 17. At the moment, 17. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
In your suburb.
Good evening from Port Noarlunga.
Across your state.
A sombre scene here in Bordertown tonight.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
South Australian parents urged to be extra vigilant.
Because your home is our home. Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
The 2025 NAB AFLW season kicks off on August 14, and this is your front row seat to the action. Head to your local W Oval, get close to the game like never before, and even meet the winning team after the siren. If you're looking for an affordable night out, AFLW has got you sorted. Tickets are just $15 and under 18s go free. See you at the W. Hey there. I was just wondering if your car's due for a service. What's that little sticker on your windscreen say? If it's coming up soon, book into Mawson Lakes Volkswagen.
If you're new to us, we do things a little differently, like next-day servicing, complimentary loan vehicles, a free car wash and vacuum, and if the week is a bit hectic, we service on Saturdays too. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen for next-day servicing. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
Life's a journey. As you grow older, every step should bring you more of what you want. And at ECH, they understand that. As one of SA's largest retirement living and home care providers, ECH offers more in every sense. More help at home, more support with your health, or the perfect new home to downsize to. ECH won't tell you where you should be, but they'll always support you to get more out of life. Visit ech.asn.au or call ECH today.
That's right, Mannix is the one-stop air conditioning shop. We can design, supply and install the right air conditioning system to meet your needs. Plus, we have Adelaide's biggest range of cash and carry units and spare parts at our warehouse sales outlets at unbeatable prices. Public and the trade are welcome at any of our 5 big locations. After 60 years, people trust Mannix. Get a free quote in-store or online.
Is something missing from your kitchen? Maybe something that gives you refreshing, pure drinking water all year round. Here's a gift to you from PuraTap. A PuraTap water purifier and a designer tap at really low prices. For a genuine PuraTap designed and manufactured right here in SA, call now to ask about our great bundle deals. For a PuraTap at a really, really low price, call 133 502 or register at puratap.com.au. T's and C's apply.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
At 9 minutes after 6 at 6:30 tonight, driving with Dixon here on 5AA. And in the sports show, still to come, one more chance for you to win a 5AA locker room double pass. So don't miss your chance, Port fans, to get to the Adelaide Oval Friday night. And you can watch along on the Wayville Hyundai live stream. And you can visit Wayville Hyundai and take a test drive today. Find your perfect Hyundai car at Goodwood Road, Wayville.
It is 10 past 6. Great local story, this. Jesse Moore is already an Olympic finalist and the all-round national champion. Went to the Olympics last year and he qualified for the finals, which is the first for a long time. He's added to his glittering CV with being that national champion. He joins us now. Jesse, thanks for your time.
Hey, thanks for having me.
What a great 12 months you've had, young lad.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty exciting, pretty full on. Yeah, I guess ready to continue going.
Now you've got a skill named after you. It's now called the Moore. Now, I know it's going to be hard for you to explain. We'd like to put it on video, but please try, Jesse.
Yeah, so it's on pommel horse, and it's actually a combination of two skills. So I spent a bit of time just, I guess, working on new stuff I could add to my routine and how to upgrade it, and then I've discovered that this is a possibility. So basically you spin on one arm, do like a 360 on one arm, and then you go up the handstand and back down.
Cool.
Again, it's pretty hard to explain without...
That sounds difficult, Jesse.
He had the 2025 World Cup. I reckon the rings look hard. Obviously, the floor is super skilled. I reckon the pommel horse looks a bit easier.
Well, you're welcome to have a try.
I like Jesse.
I'd like to see it, Jesse. I'd like to see it.
I know your dad.
The World Cup, it's in Doha, is that right, in October? The World Champs?
Yeah, that's where I first competed.
Yeah, rightio. So you'll be pulling this out, the more, while you're there?
Well, that one in Doha was actually, so that was in March, and that's where I first competed at, and that's where I got it named.
Unreal.
I did compete at the national championships.
Yep.
And most recently at the Uni Games in Germany, I attempted to compete it, but unfortunately fell on it.
Hey, it's work in progress. So where are the World Champs in mid-October? Where are they being held?
So it's in Jakarta.
It's Jakarta, rightio. So you'll bring it back out there?
We'll see. It's a hard skill, so it's rated a G, which is worth 0.8 to the routine, which on pommel there's probably only 2 other skills harder than it. So
wow.
So to get it right, you got to be 100% confident in taking it, which is fair enough too. So, so you get these new code points at the start of the year and 8 skills on the apparatus. You trying to take this whole thing to a new level?
I mean, yeah, like the rules pretty much change every cycle, so every Olympic cycle. And yeah, I mean, with every change, you kind of have to be innovative and I guess a bit creative with how you go about constructing routines and I guess trying new skills as well. So yeah, you know, I've tried to be smart, and I think I have been. So I'm looking forward to World Champs later in the year.
So when you're based here in Adelaide, do you do all your work at the new Sassy building?
When I'm back, I'm currently in Canberra, and I do most of my stuff at the AIS. But whenever I'm back in Adelaide, I'll visit Sassy. It's a great facility. It's smart.
Oh, you're a bloody star, Jess. How old are you now?
22.
22. And how tall?
171.
170. And what do you weigh?
About 74, 73.
Oh, my
and
God.
Your
And
shoe
it's pure
size?
muscle.
Your shoe
No,
size?
but I'm just saying, where
are you
I'm going
doing,
for
mate?
this, gymnasts, pound for pound, are the strongest
strong.
athletes, and they're fat.
Incredible.
I bet you can stand there and do a backflip and land on your feet, Jesse.
I sure can.
Yeah, see, I bet you can't, Timmy.
Oh, we'll give it a go.
Yeah. So what, Jess?
Slip a disc.
The rest of the world as you lead up to your next Olympics, and congratulations again on making that in the Olympics. We said that in the opening. Yeah. What's the end of the year looking like for you? When can you come home, and what are you training for?
Yeah, so pretty much just the World Championships, which I'll be doing all round at. So I'll be looking at hopefully making a few finals there. And then after that, I mean, since it's in Jakarta, I think I've got a Bali trip lined up, which will be nice.
Good.
A little bit of downtime.
Yeah.
And then, I guess after that, I'll be back in Adelaide over Christmas and ready to go again for next year.
Stay off the bintangs when you're in Bali.
We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, Jess, your family's very proud. We are too, mate. You're leading the way with gymnastics, and mate, it's been great to follow you through. So keep it up, and to have an apparatus skill named after you called the ball,
that's pretty good.
That is pretty bloody good. Hey, Jess, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well done. Congratulations, Jesse.
Olympian, he's had an enormous year. Enormous year.
Well done.
He's a
terrific kid. Well done. We've got something coming up.
Oh, we do.
Oh, one of them.
Oh, you knew they were coming, Timmy.
Yeah, they did.
You were just warming and priming because we have got the Timmy G quiz. If you missed out before, it's your chance now. FIVEAA locker room tickets to Friday night footy, the farewell game for Travis Spoke and Ken Hinkley. If you want to win, 8223 0055.
The FIVEAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
We love sample footy so much that we're taking the sports show on the road again.
That's right, Timmy. This Thursday, we're live from the brand new Woodville West Torrens Eagles Bar and Bistro, 722.
Yeah, swing by if you're heading down Port Road and join us from 4. We might even treat you to maybe a cold one or two.
So it's all thanks to the sample and FIVEAA, always Adelaide, and your home of footy.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here on 7 News. The Pies weigh in as the Crows step up their fight for Rankin's finals hopes. Why the PM's fleeting algal bloom visits left locals with a sinking feeling. Plus jobs galore and Adelaide Grocer's plea to the unemployed.
Hi, I'm Dr. Laura Willington. Understaffing in our hospitals is harming you and me. We urgently need a workforce plan to identify the right number of doctors for each of our hospitals and health services. And we need fair wages and conditions to attract and keep doctors so you can access care when you need it. Help make our health system safer for you and safer for me. Visit safermedicalstaffing.com.au. Authorised by Dr. Laura Willington, President, South Australian Salaried Medical Officers Association, Adelaide.
Here's an important air conditioning tip from Morford Air. Never give your teenagers control over the aircon remote. Your energy bills could go through the roof. Instead, for summer, set it around 21 degrees. It's the most energy efficient temperature. And if you turn it on early, before the teens are out of bed, your system will have less work to do, keeping your home cool all day. When it's too hot or cold to bear, reach for the Morford Air. morfordair.com.au.
Morford
The National Bowel Cancer Screening Program's Get Behind It Community Roadshow will be at Bunnings Mile End from 10 a.m. tomorrow.
And it's great messaging. This is your chance to learn more about a free life-saving test available for Australians aged 45 to 74. And Timmy worked it out. I've done 3 of them.
No, I reckon you'd be
4.
up to 5 now.
Would I?
You should. You get one at 50, and it would have been 52, 54, 56, 58, and you'll get one afterwards. So there you go. You're on 5. Now, bowel cancer is one of the most common cancers in Australia, but the great thing is early detection can save lives.
And I so wish this was around some 30-odd years ago. Jodie's dad was diagnosed at 45 years of age. From diagnosis,
it's a great example of, if he had this, he would have been all right.
But he was fit. He was a fireman.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have known. Just like, out the surf club, from diagnosis to death, 6 weeks.
Yeah, and that's
poor
because
fella was
they
riddled.
couldn't pick it up.
They couldn't pick it
early.
up.
Where
It's a silent killer, Timmy.
Yeah, I've got a what would you say, a flip to that one, which is a nice story in that Angela's mother was found with bowel cancer early, detected it, and she's still living now at 89.
And I hope I get this fact right, the National Bowel Cancer Screening Program, but I hope I get it right. Early detection, 99% cure.
There you go. Well,
by doing this.
So don't miss it. Get Behind It Community Roadshow, Bunnings Mile End tomorrow at 10 a.m. Part of the National Bowel Cancer Screening Program. It's free, it's easy, and it could save your life.
Things are heating up at Adelaide's largest selection of fireplaces, the Home of Fire. Get up to 50% off wood, gas and electric heating and check out their outdoor kitchens.
Home of Fire for all your flaming needs.
The Home of Fire, 126 McGill Road, Norwood.
At Coles, you can save right now with great half-price specials on snack essentials. Like half-price Thins potato chips, 175 grams, now just $2.50. Shop in store or online at Coles. Offer ends Tuesday.
Hi, Brett Ibbott here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of locate demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
It's 20 minutes after 6. Driving with Dixon is coming up very, very soon. But before we get back to your calls, we need to give away some tickets.
We certainly do, and they're the hottest tickets in town. You will remember this game because it'll be Boki's last game. You will remember this game. Timmy,
Yes.
Wayne.
And if you're in the 5AA locker room, you can see into the room. So you can see
these are
Travis
great-
warming up. You can see him at
great
half
tickets.
time. You can see him post-game. So this is worth it. Wayne, this is the question you need to answer. We will, it's nearest the pin.
Is it
it's
audio?
basically closest without going over.
Maybe not.
6 callers queued up, no audio. And here we go. Wayne, the question is, in 2010, Travis Boak laid the most tackles he ever has in a single season.
Ooh.
How many tackles did he have, Wayne?
I'm going to say it was 120.
Thank you, Wayne. Let's go to Darren.
How you guys going? Good?
Excellent, my friend. Now, how many tackles did he have in that year?
I reckon 148.
148. Thanks, Darren. Let's go to Mike. Hi, Mike.
G'day. How you going, guys?
How many tackles, my friend?
About 123.
1, 2, 3. Adriano.
In 2010,
It was 2010, yep.
120.
We've already
I'll
had
go with
120.
121.
1, 2, 1 for Adriano. Thank you. Spiro, what do you reckon?
Spiro.
I'm going to split the difference and say 122.
1, 2, 2. Spiro. Cheryl,
Hello.
what number do you think Travis had in 2010? How many tackles?
160.
160. Thank you, Cheryl.
The winner is?
Well, the winner is... Ting! From 20 games, Travis Boak had 122 tackles. Spiro, congratulations.
Oh, you
Spiro!
beauty!
Whoa!
You beauty!
Spiro. Oh, get excited. I love it. You ever been in the locker room, mate?
The last couple of days, that's great.
Yeah.
Good lad.
You ever been in the locker room, Spiro?
I've been in there once when my sister won tickets on 5AA for the Geelong qualifying final, and it was unreal.
Oh, excellent, mate. Well, you're going to see Travis Boak's last game up close and personal, mate. So take somebody that you really love with you, mate, and enjoy the experience.
Beautiful. Thanks, boys.
Enjoy
Excellent.
that,
Port
Spirit.
Adelaide taking on the Gold Coast, 22nd of August. That's this Friday, 7:40pm. Book your tickets at portadelaideFC.com.au.
That's not Spiro Koukoumilis that played for Carlton, is it?
Or Spiro Malakalis, who played for Port Adelaide. Yeah.
That's it.
I just saw him last Sunday or 2
Spiro.
Sundays ago. Yeah, champion.
I love it when people love winning stuff. That was so
He
good.
was happy.
Oh, it was
That
so
was-
close.
That was so close. Hello, Trev.
G'day, boys. How you going?
Excellent.
Yeah, good, mate.
Good. I noticed last night the Footy Show are advertising they're raising money for kids' cancer, I think it is, in grand final week. So, and Nick Dacos is showing on there. I'm going to make a donation if one of the hosts pushes him in the chest, and I'll double it if he can stand up.
That's a good one.
Trev.
He got pinged for staging.
And fair enough.
And
Fair enough. I think if they're going
Well
to,
done, Trev.
if they're going to stamp that out as well, just call it out as it is.
I'll tell you, I called that game, Trev, and when you're there, you get to watch it very, very closely. The Crows were 9 points up. There was no way in the world, and I even called it, that Collingwood can come back. Dacos steamed through the centre. He burned his opponent off, got a handball receive outside 50, slotted that goal from 55, and 54,500 people went, holy Scheisen, how good is this kid?
Yeah.
And I don't know whether there'd be many people that could have kicked that goal. The way he got to the ball, it was, God, he can play.
Very nice.
Trev, he might feign that, but God, he can play.
Yeah, let's go to One Tree Hill. G'day, Ian.
G'day, guys. So I'm flat as a tack with this ranking thing.
Me too.
I can't function properly. It's all I do is think about this all the time. It's just you just can't move on until the decision comes down. But anyway, this Snoop Dogg thing doesn't pass the pub test.
Nah.
It's not right, man. It's just not right. It can't be. It's just not right. And another thing, isn't there a precedent that you could defer or clog up the court system and have his 5 matches next year? Isn't there a precedent that's happened?
Oh,
like that in
you'd
the
love
AFL?
it too, Ian. Yeah, and that's what should happen, but it's not. You be right, Ian. You be right, mate. The Crows will put your arm or your hand in a bucket of water and then take it out. What happens? The water, you know what I mean?
Fills itself back in.
Fills it back in. They'll find someone.
Oh, gee.
Does that mean anything?
It's
How's
a very
this?
deep
Sorry, I got lost
philosophical
there.
take.
Stephen Rowe's pronouns are they and them. Did I just get vilified then?
No.
No? Is that...
It's just a bad taste joke.
Yeah, it's
was
an,
it?
and
Trying
it's
to
an
be funny.
attempt at
I
a
don't
joke.
mind a bad taste joke.
Let's go to Nord. G'day, John.
John.
Hi, Timmy.
Well, this will be
Stephen.
good. Or this will be good. Didn't I have a crack at you the other night?
Yeah, that's okay. I got thick skin. I can
Good man.
move on.
You're old school, Johnny. Love you, mate.
That's right. The thing is, am I missing something here? Because Adelaide are not in the grand final. And all this
Correct.
hallelujah, like, they're not even in the grand final yet. So, I just can't get my head around it. And I'm a bit disappointed with the AFL. Why don't they just come over and stamp his registration papers? See you, mate. You've done 5 weeks. That's it. But I thought the Adelaide Footy Club were a bit stronger. I think they're not handling this too well. It doesn't look good. Does not look good. Any other club would have copped it on the chin, but they just don't want to defer it. Hey, the guys apologised and pleaded guilty in the story. That's my thing. And what he said is a bit ordinary with the world we're in these days.
I think, John, the fact is that nobody knows what the penalty should be. So that's why they're fighting hard to sort of make it as small as possible so that they can have him available
You
for
can't
finals.
blame a club for batting hard for a kid
Well,
so that if
no,
they were
but
to make...
it's
if,
just...
John, if they make a grand final, that he can be there. Snoop Dogg will be there, John, but he won't. Hello, Daryl.
How you going, fellas?
Yeah, good.
I've got to put a different take on this. I'm absolutely disgusted in his teammates. Because when that final siren went, what did they do? You know what they
Fill
did?
me in, Daryl. No, sorry.
Well, they shook the opposition's hand.
Right.
They went up and shook all their hands. They're abusing him all day. And they go and do that. They should have walked off that ground and demonstrated abusing him was not right, and then things might have been different.
Mm-hmm.
And the AFL may have looked. I don't understand why they go and shake hands, because now I think in future, get off the ground, because if you go and shake someone's hand and someone says something and you get a bit angry or you say something back, you could miss games.
Because they dominate each other. They
but it
dominate
wasn't at
each
that
other.
moment when they shook hands, though, was it?
No. I
was prior to that.
No, but if they were attacking, as we're led to believe, and I've heard 3 or 4 players that were verbally attacking him the entire game, why would Isaac shake their hand?
Yeah, I think Daryl's saying they did. So,
but that's right. But that's right. Then they get dobbed in on at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Well, we might need to report this to the integrity unit. Then the integrity unit go, oh, well, 5 weeks. Fair dinkum. Hello, Andrew.
I must admit, I hadn't thought of it like that way that previous caller had put it. That is a concern. 2 things. One, Stephen, you mentioned before the instead of suspending games, actually imposing fines. But in your method, you're suggesting like a set number and then chip it up based on, perhaps second or third offences.
Yeah, one of our listeners had a text that Timmy read out. Yeah. I didn't do that.
It would need to. Sorry. Yeah, apologies. It would need to be a percentage of their yearly contract, because you're going to have Nasiah Ranganui-Miller on $2 million next year.
I've always
you're probably going to have some bloke who's just picked off the rookie list who's around about the 200 or 300 mark. So that's one issue. The other issue that I've got a massive problem with is the AFL Integrity Unit have been working on this, and they effectively go into a negotiation exercise, which is highly confidential, with the club concerned and the player concerned. Yet Eddie knows about this, so that integrity unit has none whatsoever. The AFL has got more leaks than SA Water. That is absolutely useless.
Yeah, he's not the only one that gets them. Caro gets them. Who's the other bloke? Ralph Rooster?
John Ralph.
I'll tell you who doesn't get them. Scoop, you do, doesn't. He makes his up. Hello,
Let's go to
Drew.
Highgate, Drew.
Hey, guys. So they got Snoop Dogg in because he aligns culturally with the league, right? That's what they said?
That's what he said.
I would beg you to go listen to a Snoop Dogg song called Pay Your Dues. Verse 3, he drops the word F-A, whatever, twice spell it. In that verse. So how does that align with AFL values? And also, if the AFL also likes to follow the NFL model, according to the NFL, there's one player who has been fined hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, there's only been one player that's been suspended for 1 game for using the F word. So are we hypocrites? What are we doing? Is it just because it's the Adelaide Crows? Isaac Rankin is a great guy. They had him on playing music on the AFL shows. He's made a mistake. Why are we penalizing the club? Penalize the player. Give him a game. Give him $50,000, whatever. But if you're aligning Snoop Dogg with the cultural values, when he's dropped the F word twice in one of his songs called Pay Your Dues, verse 3, or they've only suspended Larry Johnson for the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL for 1 game for dropping that same word during the game, where's the standard?
Yeah, well done, Drew. Great call. Love your contribution. That wraps it up.
We have got to the end of the show, but thank you so much for all your calls tonight that have been outstanding.
Sorry we didn't get to all the texts.
I'm looking forward to finally a result tomorrow. It's time for Driving with Dixon.
Tonight I can tell you Isaac Rankin's season is over.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.